KoJack's live coming to you from Midland, Texas, bringing you the zero entry free roll. Hand number one was underway, and hand number one is over. We've got 10 people sitting at the final table. Yes, 10 people are sitting at the final table. Zero entry. They paid nothing to get inside of this tournament. And KoJack's and CCC put together $10,000 up for grabs for no entry fee, and these players are fighting for it all.
Are you serious? $10,000 for zero fee?
10, I wish we had a repeater. 10,000. There we go. That works right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the zero entry free roll, $10,000 up for grabs, and it's going home with one of these 10 beautiful people you see right here.
This is unbelievable. A great day for poker, a great day for the Cowboys, though. Let's talk about that right
What was the final score? 30-something to 3?
To 17.
Oh, they scored. They let them score. Was that sympathy scores?
It was a sympathy score.
It was sympathy scores. Guys, y'all know about sympathy scores. So the Cowboys gave some sympathy away, but they still pull in. They're 1-0.
Yeah, sure. I think it's 1-0. I'll be honest.
I don't count preseason.
I didn't even realize the season started, so I'm not the best person to ask. I just know that the Cowboys are kicking butt. That's all I know. And look at this. Osvaldo kicking butt, too, with a pair of kings right now. He's going to bet, and Marco's going to fold. And there goes your, what is it, second pot of the night? Out there to seat number 3. We're having a good time. We're having fun. It is Sunday, fun day, football Sunday, and way more importantly, poker Sunday. We had a lot of comments in the chat last time when we did this. So let us know where you're watching from. Got a couple of people already on the stream right now. I see you guys. I see you guys watching us.
So here we go. You're looking at the zero entry free roll, hand number 2 in motion. We're joining the blinds. Blinds are 10,000, 15,000 chips, and I think the average stack is right around 160. Let me double check this real fast. I don't want to give you the wrong idea of what it is. And so you're going to only see quality hands being played at this point. You may see some sneakiness, but you're not going to see a whole lot of it. As you can see, Art looks down at 90 deuce, and he's got about 420,000 chips in his stack, and he's going to let that go.
And Basil folding the suited queen. The queen of hearts, one of my favorite cards to play when it's suited. But good thing, because Marco looks down in the small blind with the king-queen offsuit. Would have dominated Basil's hand.
So your average chip stack at this point is 213,000 chips.
Okay.
And chip in a chair is all you need. Miss Joni, I think, is going to be short stacked at this table. She's got 13,000 chips at this point.
Well below average. That's what we call that. Way below average.
Hey, that's a chip in a chair. Jack
That's all
Keane
it
says
needs.
you can win with that.
That's right. Got a couple of comments in the chat. Moses saying, "What's up, mi amigos?" Yes, sir. Good to see you, my man.
Mr. Trevino, where you tuning in from? We know where Moses is at. You can type in the chat too, Moses. We like to see where everybody's at. And now that the rain has moved out, it's time to dry up, get outside, enjoy the last bit of summer, early part of fall.
That's right.
Because
those cicadas are going mad.
Yes, they're
Going
crazy out there.
Yes, sir. Samuel watching from Odessa, my man.
Welcome in. We're going to flip this around. That way you can see the commentator view,
Hey.
and you can see this beautiful piece of art right next to me.
Look at that thing.
We
Look
can't.
at that thing. That's our series right there.
So let's turn this.
This is a wild thing right here. This series, every time I read something on the list, Charlie, the next thing is better than the last. Isn't that crazy?
So this is the Permian Basin Poker Series. It's been a couple of months or a couple of years since it's been here, but it is coming back starting October the 1st through October the 13th. And 10 beautiful events starting with a deep stack, level of each, bounty. Then you have the mini main, which is just like the main but less price, less entry fee, and there's $20,000. If you look at this,
Crazy.
$100,000 are guaranteed up for grabs all the way through the main. But this last tournament is an eye-opener right here.
Yep.
It's called a $1,000 all participants zero entry free roll. So if you play in any of those tournaments, you're eligible.
That's it. That's all it takes. Play in one of them.
You pay the same price as these people that are paying right there. $0, and you're eligible for some money.
Love that. Yeah, my favorite one I'm looking forward to, that free roll with the bomb pots on dealer chain.
Yes, that's going to be crazy.
Hell yeah. That's going to be nuts. We got N.A. Manisi saying, come on, CCC players, love me some Basil too. Yeah, fan favorite
so
Basil.
you're CCC and some. CCC. Oh, I thought I said it too many times.
Yes, we got fan favorite Basil. He is on the table. We got a great roster here. We got Joni in seat 1. Also a favorite, Osvaldo in seat 2. Marco number 3. Already got some fans in the chat. We got Michael, seat number 4. He's been playing a lot of tournaments lately, making a lot of deep runs. Zeke, a 1-2 crusher, man. Zeke is a great player. You see him in the hat and sunglasses right there. Johnny in seat 6. Francisco in seat 7. Lights up our chat a lot. We've got Art, Basil, and Ricky rounding out the mix. Ricky, one of my favorite people ever to walk into
What
a
it
room.
is.
What it is.
What it is, Ricky.
And look at this Felipe saying, let's go Ezekiel. Yes, sir.
Oh, that's one of Zeke's best buds sitting in the chat right there. So you know whose team's Zeke. So if you're in the chat, tuning in, watching us, there's a bunch of y'all in the chat. Tell us who you're rooting for. Tell us who you're cheering for, and let us know who's going to win.
Now, we've got an all-in moment here. We've got Michael all in and at risk. Ace-3 versus the Ace-Queen. Michael is behind, but all it takes is a pair of threes. If he gets the right run out, and it looks like Michael does get the double up.
Oh, Svoboda stacking up some chips, just like Samantha says right there. Woo! Samantha, Svoboda. Michael listened. He heard it. He stacked them up. He's ready to go, and he's hyped for some free money.
I think some thanks are in order. Samantha, sending out the good vibes and the good luck.
So when we're talking about free money, 10th place, nobody at this table is walking away empty-handed. 10th place takes home $300. 9th place takes home $400. 8th, $460. 7th, $560. 6th, $600. 5th, $760. 4th, $980. 3rd, $1,080. 2nd, $1,700, and first place on a no entry tournament. They paid nothing. They're going to walk out with $3,160.
What is that even? Unbelievable prize pool right now.
And what better way to do it than waking up like Osvaldo with the KoJack house hand.
House hand can't lose.
House hand does not lose at KoJack's unless it runs into that Queen Jack suited. That's going to be a tough one. Suited connectors are always so amazing.
Yes, sir. Johnny is pretty well behind, absolutely crushed by Osvaldo's hand. Samantha saying, good vibes in the chat. We love to hear it.
That's the type of flop, though, Osvaldo was looking for. 9 of clubs, 7 of clubs, 6 of hearts. Not much help for anybody.
Except Johnny with the flush draw. Look at this.
8 comes in, and Marco hits the bottom straight also. There's the Jack or Queen.
That'll do it for Johnny, locking up 72% equity here.
And look at that. Quick bet. Quick bet.
A quick bet, a quick fold next to act. Osvaldo making the call. He's looking for a 10.
Or king.
Or king. Oh, there's the ace. That'll do it.
That's a scare card for Johnny.
That's a scare card.
That's a scare card for Johnny. And if Osvaldo would have bet right there, there's no chance. Johnny's got a stat. He's got 200,000. He could have made the call, but I don't think he would have at that point.
No, I don't think so either. You're right. That is an absolute scare card. Second pair. But look at this. Francisco way at the top of the leaderboard, right next to Art. 400,000+.
You can't count Joni dead. Joni is the queen of the short stacks, and she's over there willing it in, wanting it to win it. And she's a chip. If she's got a chip, she's got a chair. I guarantee this. She's not dead.
Would be a huge mistake to underestimate Joni, even with that short stack. Double up and then another double up is all she needs. She is patiently waiting for her right time. And I think she's going to do it. I think she's going to pull something out here. Let's see if this is her hand. Ricky looking at the Jack 8. He's going to fold. Ricky with an absolutely great showing here.
Absolutely. And, hey, speaking of big tournaments, next Thursday starts the 3-club mystery bounty tournament. You know anything about that, Chase?
How many flights do we have? Are we going A through F?
10 flights, 5 on week number 1, which is this coming week, and then 5 on the week after that. 2 flights on Saturday, 1 on Thursday, 1 on Friday, 2 on Saturday, and 1 on Sunday.
Unbelievable. And then what happens if you get to day 2? Are we doing mystery bounties for this thing?
Yes, the final 18 in the field, there's a bounty in play. So if you're listening to the chat, realize how big this is. There's a bounty in play that's $10,000.
Wow, and almost as big as Francisco's flop here. Just flop.
Oh, my gosh.
A flush with the straight flush redraw.
Oh, my goodness. That is huge.
That is massive. Absolutely massive. Yeah, it's going to be, that tournament is going to be huge, at least as big as Francisco's hold on this hand.
So we didn't grab Basil's card. It may have come across another reader, so we don't know exactly what he has. He could have the Crusher.
He could absolutely have the Crusher. He might have a higher flush redraw, perhaps. Francisco only with the queen high flush, second nut flush. Technically third, though, discounting his 7 of spades there.
Yeah, discounting the straight flush possibilities.
And Francisco's going to take it. Basil's going to make the fold. And we got Toledo Tony in the chat. What's going on, my man?
Joining
Tony?
us from YouTube. Welcome in, man. Where are you watching from?
That's Toledo Tony right there, an absolute legend in the chat.
Toledo Tony. Hey, I'm curious where Samantha's watching from. Midland, Odessa, San Angelo, Abilene. Where y'all watching from? We're still looking for that elusive person from North Korea.
Yes, Basil will enter the chat sooner or later and make sure to tell us that he is watching from North Korea. I think that's a lie. I'm not positive
I'm not positive, but considering the fact that he's sitting right there in his Superman get-up.
He could jump. He could fly all the way there and back.
I'm very disappointed that Superman is not sitting in his hands.
Yes. Yeah, Superman may have a little trouble with that reader. One part of our table, it might be that one, sometimes has trouble.
So Baldo picking up 55, the speed limit, Old Highway 80 making the call, Ace 10 making the call. And Svoboda, let's go with the Queen 7. He knows that's not his time.
Zeke folds the 7 deuce. We're not playing the 7 deuce game in a tournament.
Oh, that would be a crazy tournament.
Wild.
Coming soon to a poker club near you, the 7 deuce tournament.
We got Samantha watching from Midland.
Oh, look at this. Look at Tony. Look at Toledo Tony. He went on a mission trip and handed out Bibles in North Korea, and he was lucky enough to get out with his life. You are extremely lucky. So you must have not done that anytime soon with the lockdowns they have.
Woo.
So here we are, hand number 8, and there's 100,000 in the pot.
5 ways to the flop, 10 high. Look at Marco making top pair against Art and Basil.
Basil flops top and bottom pair.
Unbelievable.
Everybody's got a piece, though. Look at this. Ricky Prince looking for a jack.
Basil coming out with a big bet here, too.
I think that's a big bet saying all in. He's not going to let him draw him. Oh, I was trying to figure out how he was in the hand with 10-6. If you guys know Basil, you know he's not playing around and splashing in pots with 10-6 unless he's forced to put in 15,000 as he was this hand.
That's that big blind special.
Yep, BBS.
Ricky next to act does not chase his gut shot.
I could see Marco. Actually, scratch that. That's all of Marco's chips.
Yeah, Marco would be all in and at risk to call. He does have top pair, top kicker. This is going to be kind of a tough laydown for him, though.
And Marco doesn't play with Basil much, but if you play with Basil a lot, you 100% know he's not putting his money in the pot unless he's
got
good.
something good. Yeah, set of 6s, absolutely not out of the question, even from the big blind. Or 2 pair.
So you see Art is still 9%. That means that running 4s.
Running 4s would lock it up for him. Tony saying he was in North Korea under Kim Jong-il's regime, a much more glorious.
Okay, yeah. So you had a little more forgiveness right there.
We got I don't want to say sympathizer. Tony, I'm just joking, my man.
So Basil all in. He pulls in that pot. His chips jump up instantly, 224,000 chips. And if you look at it, we got about 1.9 million chips in play. And there's a lot to go for. First place sitting right around $3,600. They're not playing for chump change. They're playing for free money.
They are playing for free money, and they're trying to ladder up. Joni really taking her time, even with that short stack, trying to not get 10th place. Maybe 8th or 7th is where she's setting her sights. Of course, that's second best to first place, Joni.
Well, the next hand, Joni folds right there. She's got 13,000 chips in her hand. Her next hand, she is all in. Blinds are 15,000.
She's going to have to be all in. She's not going to have much of a choice here. Art looking down at the house hand. The KoJack. The house hand.
Yes, that's what I was looking for right there. Basil, though, he's got some play chips. 20,000 for him to make this call.
He's got the pocket 3s. He is ahead right now.
But it depends on what Art does with the house hand KoJack. If he's gonna raise it, well, with his stack, anybody that's over 300,000 chips, I would put the pressure on 100% of the time just to make sure those 10-6s don't get in there. Oh, Toledo Tony got knocked out yesterday in a tournament. 3-way all in, kings versus aces. That sucks. I'm sorry about that.
Disgusting. No, that is just bad luck right there. Sometimes the cards do not cooperate. You get it all in with kings. What can you do?
Yeah, especially when somebody flips up kings. You're like, well, I'm dead to a flush draw. And if the person who has the ace has the nut ace of the flush draw, then I'm really dead. So we need a vomit. So here it is. Joni is all in the big blind. This is the do or die moment for her. She's wishing for something good. I don't even think she's going to look at them. She's got her hands over them, holding them. She's willed in pocket aces.
Yeah, this is Joni's time to shine. I think she's going to win this. I really do.
Look at her smiling. I love Joni sitting at the table. So here we go. Action's moving around. 15,000 big blind. Oh, and we are 15 minutes in reverse, and we can hear the blinds going up outside. We hear the clock a-ticking, and that means stuff is going up. So actually, rephrase that. Oh, Joni's got...
Joni with the ace-queen dominating Johnny.
Look at this. Joni is all in. She gets excited, and she says, oh, my gosh. And Johnny says, what do you do right there?
The most dangerous player.
I did what I was supposed to do. I raised when I was supposed to raise, and here comes the flop. 3, 3, 4. Johnny's down to just kings, 3 of them.
Looking for a king and a king only. That 7 of diamonds does not help.
7% to win.
Let's give it up for Lauren's nails. On point. There's a deuce of diamonds.
And look at that. Joni survives a forced all-in the big blind. She is now tripled up in chips. She went from 13 to 36,000 chips. What Johnny did right there, he raised to try to isolate him and Joni with his king. Most of the times in the big blinds, you don't pick up monster hands like that. He played the odds, and in that point, the odds were in Joni's favor. And she's got chips now.
She's got chips now. She could not have chosen a better hand to go all in under the big blind with.
So she's got...
She made it work.
What, 10,000 chips in the pot? So she's got 23. Oh, no, she got 45,000. I can add. I just learned how.
Yeah, counting is difficult. You got to do it 1,000 times a day. 46K for Joni. Catching up, Ricky next last place at 68K. On top, though, Francisco, runaway lead, 480,000. Marco under the gun, offsuit ace-9. He's going to make the call, it looks like.
2 points to you, Chase, if you can name what movie that T-shirt's from.
Oh, I get 2 points.
Yeah, 2 points.
That's the Big Lebowski, right?
Oh, my gosh, you are, as a bowler, not many people know that movie.
That was one of the first movies I ever bought on Vudu. I had to show it to my wife.
What, did she think it was stupid?
She fell asleep. Not even a quarter of the way through, and I laughed.
I am the walrus.
For the rest. Nobody misses me.
So as a bowler, when you're walking through the bowling alley, people all the time say, I am the walrus. And, you know, bowlers, being a little nerds that we are, we laugh and laugh and laugh, and nobody gets it that's not a bowler. They just look at you like you're stupid.
Some good bowling action. Great movie. And great hand in Johnny's hand here. He raises up to 41,000 with the suited ace-jack, one of my favorite hands to play. Osvaldo, in trouble. King 10 of spades, same suit as Johnny's hand. Out of the big blind. Looks like he's going to make the call.
Osvaldo makes the call, and he's only got 61,000 chips left, so he's committed 1/4 of his chips.
Basically pot committed here. 61,000 in his stack, 112 in the pot already. 2-1 here. Oh, Marco adding to that pot. He makes the all call. He makes the call.
He makes the all call.
The all call.
He's got a black chip in his stack, so he's still got some chips left. 133K in the pot.
Yeah, the winner of this could change the dynamics here of the whole table. Osvaldo spiking top pair. Johnny making a pair of jacks.
Osvaldo's not waiting around. He says if you're gonna hit anything bigger than that, you're paying.
He says all in.
I think Marco may be priced in, but he let it go. So Johnny, action's over to Johnny now, and I think Johnny's going to let it go. Oh, no, Johnny calls.
Johnny call-ins.
Johnny calls all in and looking for an ace and an ace only.
Oh, running fours do not help.
Kings full of fours versus jack full of fours.
The other way around. But you're right. Not to correct you, Charlie. Fours full of jacks, fours full of kings.
What'd I say?
You said it right. You did. You absolutely said it right.
I don't think I did.
I'm not correcting you.
Did I say it wrong?
No.
No, in seriousness.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. My bad.
No big deal. I just know Basil's going to enter the chat.
Oh,
Any moment now.
Basil's known as the corrector. He can't actually. I don't think he'll miss many hands on this like he does cash. He doesn't mind missing a cash hand, but he won't miss it when it's a tournament. He is one hell of a tournament player. You give him chips, if his money goes in that pot, he's pretty much got it. He's not joking around.
Indeed.
We're still 10-handed.
We are. When we were getting the chip counts earlier, it looked like Joni was not going to last for too long, but absolutely turned things around with that ace-queen.
Not much in the hands, but to go back to that mystery bounty tournament that KoJack's Celebrity Card Club, and we're going to have to put this on pause again.
Yeah, Johnny with the jacks. JJJ.
J's for Johnny. I'm catching what you're spitting right there.
That's right. And big stack Francisco right here with the offsuit ace. Kind of a decision to make here. Johnny is all in. Not a huge percentage of Francisco's chips would be at risk if he were to call, and he's got the possibility to eliminate a player, but he passes and waits for a better spot. Art with the ace-deuce offsuit as well. Similar position. Not a huge percentage of his stack, but he is going to fold. Basil looking down at the K9. What dog are we talking about today? We're talking pit bulls? We talking
I picture Basil having a Chihuahua.
a Chihuahua. He's got the Chihuahua hand.
Ricky 4-3, not going to do much. Joni Queen 7 in the muck. Who's Valdo Ace Deuce gone. Marco 7-3, and
That'll do it. Johnny picks up the blinds.
that'll do, pig.
That'll do. That'll do. Megan in the chat. Hashtag Team Basil.
Man, I was really hoping she'd be Team Charlie.
Ah, that's okay. She's Team Basil at the field. Maybe she's Team Charlie as far as the commentators go. Let's give a good round of applause for the commentators here at KoJack's.
Yay, commentators. So if you're in the chat and you saw the best football team in the nation win today, go ahead and type in ones for also Team Charlie. I love that. Go in, fill up the chat with ones if you're Cowboys fans, and we're going to go to the Super Bowl this year because I feel that we are. You know, every year I feel yes, Team Zeke. I like him right there.
And Zeke looking down at some pseudo connectors here under the gun. He is a powerful player.
But the problem is it's 20,000 chips to call. That's a ton. That's a huge
ton.
Two. There's no other team in the NFL but the Cowboys, Samuel.
Zing right there.
Wait, if Sam's typing in 2, that means he's either a Houston fan or a Patriots fan. Yes, Shane, it is Johnny's turn. Sam, who is your team? Get it in there. It better not be the Texans, or we're about to have a fist fight.
Yeah, look out. Look out. That Texas rivalry
he said,
is
ooh,
real.
so there's a different team. Don't say it's the Packers.
Oh, God. Is it
Ravens.
the Packers?
Okay. I'll give Lamar Jackson. I'll give Lamar Jackson some love. Look at this. Art picks up pocket queens.
Ricky. Oh, no.
Ricky shipping it.
In trouble. He's got the ace-jack offsuit. Not a bad hand when you're short-stacked like that, but unfortunately, he runs into it against Art's queens. And Joni going to have a decision to make. She is very short-stacked. King 10 offsuit, not a bad hand
and
either.
Art raised it big, 100,000 chips.
Yeah, Joni lets it go, looking for a better spot. She made the correct fold here. Marco with the ace-queen. He's going to be all in. And Michael, oh no, Michael with the 7-6 suited really wanted to play that, it looks like. He's rubbing his head, a little stress indicator there.
If Sabota had more, if he had 250, 300,000 chips, I guarantee you 100%.
Absolutely.
He'd be making that call.
It's not a great hand, you know, in terms of premium hands, but it is a great hand to crack things like pocket queens or pocket aces.
So yes, Samuel, I'm a Lamar Jackson fan. I do like me some Ravens. It's when he's behind the helm, it's impossible to know what he's going to do next. He's either going to run it for a touchdown, throw it 65 yards for a touchdown. There's craziness. And we're getting the pots all correct.
We are three-way all in. No action to follow here. We got Lauren dealing it up here, wearing one of those Cowboys jersey. Bryant, number 88, in the box.
That's a little older jersey, isn't it?
It's the year I was born.
So we've got queens versus ace-queen versus ace-jack.
And here we go.
We very well could lose 2 players on this hand if no ace comes out.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, and one of the queens in Marco's hand means there's only one left in the deck.
Ricky's using his one time. He's standing up.
Standing up. There's a jack.
There's a jack. He's still behind, looking for another jack or an ace.
Oh, a deuce pairs the board.
Now look, they're both on a last prayer.
It's a king.
Just like that, 2 players eliminated. 2 players from the table eliminated. Ricky had 127,000. Mark had just a few less. So Mark is going to be your 10th place finisher.
That's right.
And Ricky's still got some extra chips. Oh, no, Ricky's out.
Yeah,
Ricky's
was
out.
all in. So Ricky will be in 9th place. And look at that. Just like that, Joni ladders up.
Man, that's a big jump for Joni. She jumped up 3 spots.
Jump. Yeah, up to $460 guaranteed for 8th place.
So I'm over here looking this up on my phone, and the TV, and Chase spits that amount out just like it was nothing. And I look at him like, how the hell did you just know that? And he looks up.
Yeah, we've got the clock here.
Oh, yeah. The clock is right in front of our face. So
a real-time clock, though. We're on a 15-minute delay. But at the same time, it doesn't give too much away.
No, we're going to have to move that clock.
Wow, it's handy to have, I think.
So congratulations, Ricky P. and Mark. Beautiful, beautiful showing today. And look at Ricky saying
Ricky. Yep, absolutely great showing. Great poker players and fantastic people to have in the club.
So get this. We did a last longer today. A lot of the players were asking for a last longer. We put it up there. And $50 for a last longer. $50 is what it cost to get in. They're all of a sudden turned into $1,350 additional dollars up for grabs on top of the $10,000. And with 7 players left, they decided to chop it for $192 a piece.
Almost 4x right there. Yeah, kind of funny. You give poker players an opportunity to gamble, and they take it. What is that about?
They like risking it for the biscuit.
Absolutely, yeah. This is a game of high risk, high reward. And that lasts longer, a good way to do that. Now, Johnny is short stacked. Looking at a pocket pair under the gun, a raise here would be extremely powerful, but he does elect to fold.
You've got to listen to the strength in those situations. Under the gun, you're not playing unless you have to because you've got the rest of the table to act behind you. So if you're putting your money in right there, they better pick up something huge.
Exactly.
And sometimes players exploit that. Basil in the muck, Joni in the muck, Osvaldo in the muck. Action back around to Svoboda. Samantha, look up, look up, look up.
There we go.
Found it.
There we go.
So here we go. Svoboda's all in. And can Zeke make the call? Zeke's only got 55,000 chips. At this point, he's got to think, is this the best hand I'm going to get?
Yeah, that is going to be a tough spot. Michael putting him to the ultimate test.
And I could see him folding right here.
Well, in the small blind, you got to think, what is the range? What would he be shoving with?
Look at this. And that's not a terrible fold.
Not at all.
That's not. And that's why he walks home. He plays 1-2. He doesn't walk home, by the way. He gets in his vehicle. But that's why he walks out of the room a winner 95% of the time that he plays 1-2 in the room.
He makes those correct folds.
Yes, you've got to be able to fold a winner in order to be a long-time winner in the game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's about choosing your spots, choosing your hands. And Zeke, that offsuit ace, not exactly a super strong holding. Pretty strong, but not super strong.
Samantha, did you see that? Your boy Blue, he pulled in another stack of chips.
I had the opportunity to meet Samantha one time. What a fantastic woman. A great person.
Sometimes I don't know if you're joshing with me or if you're serious.
No, I'm serious.
Okay.
I walked into a party one time, a pool party, with a friend of mine, and Mike and his wife are there. I was like, hey, guys, I saw you last night. Too funny.
You ever seen Anchorman?
Oh, yeah.
You want to go to the party?
in my...
The pants party?
The pants party in my...
Brick, are you trying to tell me there's a party in...
I'll let you try that again, Brick.
That movie was so good. That's one of the classics, all-time classics. We're only on hand number 15. 2 players were just eliminated 2 hands ago.
Shoo, no shortage of action here. Basil with the king-queen suited. And
chips going in the pot.
Chips are going in the pot. Folds around to Zeke with the 9-7 off.
Zeke better not get frisky right here because he's got a call coming behind him. But at this point, Zeke is also saying, hey, I got 45,000 chips. The blinds are 10,000, 15,000. I got to make a move here pretty quick.
He really does. But I love this move by Basil, just making the call and kind of forcing Johnny into the pot where he could.
Basil's going to check back. Basil's got to check back right here.
Top 2 pair for Basil.
He's trying to let Johnny catch anything. Another check is coming by.
Yep, and it looks like it checks around here. Oh, no, Basil bets. And he shows the king-queen. He says, don't mess with me.
Oh, don't mess with Texas. And if you're messing with Texas, don't mess with Superman.
That's right, yeah, Superman using his laser vision to grab that pot there.
You know, almost every week on social media, if you look at CCC's social media, you see Johnny in the winner's circle time and time and time again.
Fantastic player. And he's won a couple of our collaborative tournaments, too.
Yes.
Very deep runs. Here's another example of a deep run.
Yeah, he's always in there.
Yeah, he's great. Samantha in the chat throwing me a shout out. It was great to meet a local celebrity. Yeah, well, Charlie wasn't there.
I'm not a local celebrity.
Charlie, but no, I'm kidding. Samantha, fantastic to meet you. Can't wait to see you at the next pool party.
I like pool parties.
I like pool parties.
I like pool parties. I like swimming.
Yeah, swimming's a lot of fun. Swimming with the sharks at this tournament, though,
Oh.
maybe a little more stressful than fun.
A lot more stressful.
And folds around to Zeke with the queen 3 offsuit on the button. Let's see if he tries to steal the blind.
He's going to have to do something fast.
He doesn't. He does not. And Johnny with the 7 deuce, certainly not his time. Francisco would have called with the jack 10, so maybe a good thing that Zeke did not try to steal the blind.
Basil would have raised with jack 10. That's his favorite hand.
Favorite hand, indeed. Jack 10 of clubs, just beating him over the head.
So taking a poll here. If your team, Dallas Cowboys, in the chat, type in 1s. If your team, anybody else, type in 2s. I want to see, you know, they call the Cowboys the nation's team. They're the team of the nation.
Do they?
I want to see how many people in the chat actually like the Cowboys. So 1 for Cowboys, 2 for any other NFL.
Felipe,
that official 1 week ban, Thomas.
Whoa, Thomas!
That 1 week ban from KoJack's is official. I'm just kidding, guys.
No, the only other acceptable team, of course, the Saints. That's why they're putting 2s in the chat. The Saints are going to take it to the Super Bowl.
So we are 3-1. We're 2 to 3.
2, 3. We're
2 Cowboys, 3 others.
That's right.
So right now, the Cowboys in our polling are not the nation's team. 3-3, 50-50.
all right, 50-50. We got Shane, Raul, and Paulo.
What's up, Paulo? Oh, he said yes, sir, to your Saints.
That's what I'm talking about. The Saints. And look at this, Moses saying 2.
Aw. So the Cowboys may be the nation's team, but they are definitely not the KoJack's live stream team. But I haven't cast my vote right here. Hold on 1 second, because my vote counts as 216. There we go, right there.
Yep.
Okay, Shane, that counts. I'm taking all any ones that we can get. I'm going ahead and taking them in.
Mm-hmm.
So action's over on Francisco, and now to Art. Blind versus blind, and play the 9-8 suited is a playable hand. I'd like to see Francisco bet, but the problem is there's just as many chips, if not more, on the stack behind him. He can't really bet at this point.
Yeah, this is the big stacks tangling right now. Generally a tournament no-no.
Yes, and so when you see 2 big stacks, it's going to always go check. If one of them bets, the other one's going to fold.
And both of these players with straight draws here, it looks like. No, I tell a lie. Art does not. Whoops.
I was waiting to see.
Whoops.
I wasn't going to correct him like he corrected me.
Yeah. That's what we call karma, everybody.
Yes.
That's what we call karma.
Look at Cheech in the chat. Cheech's team Basil. We're coloring up some chips right now. So we'll flip on around to this screen and let you see some of us. And
yeah, just in time for me to take a bite. And he puts it on the full screen. That's karma.
I had to get him with a full bite. So if you weren't around, we got the Boomtown food truck, and I got some fried pickles.
Amen.
He got some of those gator
tenders.
Strips. He's from Louisiana.
That's right, Louisiana. That's why I cheer for the Saints.
Yes, Cheech, you going to be here for the free roll tomorrow? We got Santa Claus back here. Chris, when are you going to start participating as Santa Claus during Christmas? Do you really?
I believe it.
2 points to you if you do.
Look at him.
Look at that. I've given out 4 points today. 2 to Chase and 2 to Chris.
That's right. And I'm going to be totally serious for a second. He has the same heart as Santa Claus.
No, his heart is not the same as Santa's. It's like the Grinch's at the end of the movie where it just grew.
It's even bigger. 5 sizes that day.
5 sizes bigger. When this pops, who's pops?
Mr. Garcia should be Pops.
I don't know their last names. It must.
Osvaldo.
It was Valdo. Okay. Yes. Woo.
There you go. There you go.
There we go. Hey, if you got your kids in the chat and they're cheering for you, that's an automatic win right there. The support, the love, and thanks for joining in on YouTube.
Yeah.
We appreciate y'all.
Thanks for checking it out. We're having a great time doing this. Thanks for lighting up the chat. We do that for you.
Ooh,
and the chat lets us know we're doing the right thing. Up, Charlie.
I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go grab a poster of that mystery bounty because we don't have one in here. 1 second.
Fantastic idea. We're going to keep things interesting over here. I'm going to slide forward. You'll see how small this fishbowl actually is as Charlie tries to skate behind me. It does get up to about 1,000 degrees in here, so get ready. You're going to see me and Charlie sweat. We're sweating the action here, and we're sweating the heat. But again, thanks everybody in the chat. We've got a lot of fans for Papa Art. Addie, granddaughter, and Kaylee, daughter-in-law, are cheering you on from New Mexico. Hey. We got Linda Story saying, go, Johnny, go. Che saying, Basil, Zubia, Leva. We got Basil fans in the chat. And Osvaldo saying, let's get dangerous. I like the way you think. Let's get dangerous. Charlie bringing in a poster that is at least as big as the square footage of this room right now. And I'm sliding over here. We can pull up the second camera. Yeah, this is going to go full screen.
Yes.
This is going full screen. Just put it right in front of me.
100% full screen because I want
go.
you to see what's coming up. I can't even see if it's in the screen. We're going to hope it's in there.
Yep.
Which camera is it on?
There,
it's on this
that
camera
one,
right
yeah.
here. So beginning on September the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, that's the first 5 flights of the 3-club Mystery Bounty Tournament. And then continuing on the 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd, that's the second 5 flights. 3-club Mystery Bounty Tournament. And let's get... This is a little harder, but
let's try it out. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, I got it.
Okay, I'm trying not to.
And there we go right there. So there's the
go.
3-club Mystery Bounty Tournament. One bounty worth $10,000. And if you look to the right of that, right in this area right here, there's going to be 5 drawings for $1,000. And all you've got to do is you've just got to be seated playing in those clubs on day number 3 over here. Day number 3, if you don't make the final table, that's where all the drawings are going to be. So you can either be playing in the River League at Celebrity Card Club or at KoJack's, and you're eligible for those drawings if you participated in the bounty tournament. Here's the even better part of it, though.
It gets better? Are you kidding me?
It gets better. $240 entry, $120 permanent re-entry. So let's say you enter the tournament and you bust. Sometimes you think $240 is a little expensive. Maybe it's not. You can jump back in for $120. And the crazy thing about that is there's double bags, there's triple bags, there's cash to be made in this tournament. So all you've got to do is just come out and play.
So one entry gets you 50% off the following entries. You bring $480 with you. That's 3 bullets into the tournament. That's excellent.
Oh,
that's excellent.
That's such a long walk.
Yeah, I know. It's we got the fishbowl in here.
Oh, look at this. Jackson's joining from East Texas.
That's what I'm talking about.
Jackson. Action Jackson. That's so hard to say. Say that 3 times fast.
No.
You're not going to set me up for failure.
Fail.
Jackson is joining in from one of our clubs out in Texarkana.
Yes.
And Jackson came out here and played, and I will never forget this. He likes to turn the chair around. Mm-hmm. He likes to lean over the table, and he likes to put the ultimate pressure on the table. He doesn't let up.
Hey, that nickname is well-deserved. Action Jackson always lights up the chat.
Arkansas. Well, Texarkana, Arkansas. Isn't that the same thing?
Close enough.
So who stole the land? Did Arkansas steal it from Texas, or did Texas steal it from Arkansas?
We're getting political today.
I know, huh? I wonder if that's even a thing, or I wonder if they just named it because it's that close to the border.
Who knows?
Jackson, school us here. Teach us a little bit about that, baby.
Yeah.
And by the way, did your football team win today? If it was the Cowboys, they 100% won.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Look at Moses in the chat. Who wants to sponsor me for some free roll Monday? Hey.
I'll tell you what, Moses. I'll sponsor your first stack. If you come in, we'll give you 5,000 chips for free.
Charlie and I will split it. We'll split it. I don't want to put the pressure on you, Charlie.
I know, huh? So all day long during the tournament, we ran house hand.
We got to.
He sent emojis that covered the eyes. I love it. I love it. So all day long in the tournament, we ran the house hand. If you hit KoJack, we had a whole bunch of $25 gift certificates.
Oh, yeah.
To burger joints, to well, actually two
Hop
different
Daddy.
burger. Yeah, Hop Daddies and McDonald's.
Hey.
And we thought maybe it was going to be, they'd win in tournament. It's harder to win in tournaments with KoJack's, but we thought maybe 2, 3, maybe 4 people were going to win.
Sure.
Well, Joni won 3 consecutive hands in like 15 minutes with KoJack.
way.
So I think she got 2 McDonald's gift cards and 1 Hop Daddy gift card.
Hey, shout out to those generous players providing us with those gift cards to give away.
We're not going to put their names publicly here,
Oh.
but those 2 players, you know who you are. We've got much love for
Much
you.
love.
And we appreciate the support and love to push that business for you. So if you're in the Midland area, visit McDonald's. If you're North Midland area, visit Hop Daddy.
Good food from both places. Great burgers.
Turkey burgers.
Turkey burgers. The chicken tenders actually are really
Turkey for you. Love me some Adam Sandler. Love some Adam Sandler. But just to get back, before we get back to the tournament, we've got the mystery bounty coming up. There's going to be a ton of money up for grabs.
A lot of stuff.
And then this right here.
that series right
This
there.
is the beast. This is the beast of all beasts. It's
You wanted it. You wanted to bring it back, and here we are at KoJack's bringing it back for you. This is excellent. I think the Deep Stack Freeze Out on October 1st is going to be a big one. $5,000 guarantee.
Look at all these live
6 p.m.
streams. Look at all these live streams. All these little red dots you see right here are going to be just like this. We're going to be in here commentating, both Chase and myself.
That's right. We're going to be busy in
Yes.
October.
And look at this. 40,000 guaranteed, 10,000 guaranteed. 20,000 guaranteed. So if you were part of our last 2 high rollers, we guarantee $20,000. I don't know what we're thinking when we do that, because we know the love that y'all have for those $1,100 tournaments.
Oh, yeah.
And I've already made my call. I usually miss when I say how much a tournament's going to be. I usually miss it by 2 people.
Usually 2.
So I'm telling you right now, in the Permian Basin Poker Series High Roller, there's going to be $77,000 plus.
I believe that.
Calling it right here, right now. You heard it on KoJack's Live with Chase as the witness. There's going to be $78,000 in that high roller. So
Easy.
if you want some big money, head out to KoJack's. $40,000 guaranteed for the main, $20,000 guaranteed for the mini main. We've got the 10,000 bounty chip, the mystery bounty over here.
That mystery bounty is going to be fire.
5 drawings for $1,000. It's going to be wicked action. And guess what we're back at?
Yeah, speaking of action, we are back in the game here. Lauren back in the box. She's
The only thing we're missing is Action Jackson.
Action Jackson. He's in the chat. He's with us in spirit.
So, Mr. Garcia, Billie Jean, I have a question. Is it? I'm gonna butcher your name when I try to say it, but I'm thinking it's Divine. And if I'm correct, Divine, just tell me where to put the enunciation, because I want to get it there.
Was it Devin?
Oh my gosh!
Is it?
Nope, the V is before the Y.
I don't know.
I'm terrible with names. Oh, it's Divine.
It's Divine.
Yeah, hey, that's a win for Charlie. Yes.
Charlie
Yes.
gets it
Hey,
right.
thanks for joining in on the chat. Thanks for finding YouTube, looking up KoJack's Poker Club, supporting CCC. We're all one club here. We're nothing but one love, little Bob Marley.
Bob Marley, one love.
But I do like Billie Jean. That's such a good song.
Billie Jean. We need to make a theme song here. We got to get the band together. Charlie
Yes.
plays guitar.
Yes.
I play drums and bass.
Yes.
We might make this happen.
So I'll tell you a little funny about myself as this hand plays out. When I was a little kid, I had a red and black jacket and a silver left-handed glove.
Oh, come on now.
Oh, 100%. And
now.
I used to dance through the living room like I was
Yeah.
better than Michael Jackson.
My man right there.
Jackson, if you head out to here, we've got we'll comp the daily for you just to make that drive out here. If you head out here and play that series, it's going to be huge action. So why not just have some Jackson in it?
I see what you did there. I like
You
that.
see that? You see that?
I like that. Felipe going to be the singer for our song.
Heck yes.
Hey, the boys are back in town. The band is getting back together, everybody.
Yes. Have you seen that episode of Big Bang Theory where Howard's in the bed playing his piano in his earphones with Bernadette, and she's like, "Get out of here and go join the band back."
Look
So
at this move by Johnny here.
it's gonna make
fives.
it's gonna make it through.
And
The
it's
big
gonna
stack
work.
fold. Basil can't call that.
Even if he gets a call, though, he's way ahead.
Yep. And so just like that, Johnny
Excellent
pulls it in, and Team Johnny gets a little bit stronger.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah, the action really heating up, guys. This is going to be quite the tournament here. Kind of, actually, it's a zero-entry tournament, but it is kind of playing like a free roll, isn't it? These players are splashy. They're choosing their spots well, but their unchecked aggression really makes for interesting.
I like this because it's the best of both worlds. You get a little looser calls,
right?
But you also get better play.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, when we get down to a couple of players left, I think once those ladders really start to go into effect, 5th place at 760, 4th place just shy of 1,000, I think we're gonna start to see some tighter play. Moses, Charlie gets 5,000 extra chips tomorrow, free roll.
I like that.
I like that idea.
I wish I could give chips out in the free roll.
No, I think you're getting 5,000.
Oh, look at this. Basil got the Charlie. Basil's got the Charlie.
Has the Charlie.
5-3 is the best hand in poker. And
he completes in the small blind. He's up against Joni's short stack. This could be. No, not.
Joni just needs to shove it right here no matter what.
Yeah, she's playing cautious, and she does have the best hand.
But there's nothing Basil can bet at this point. Joni's chips are going in. And look at this. Joni's staying alive. Oh, staying alive.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Joni chipping up. 1 chip, 1 chair, and now a stack of chips up to 61,000. That is pretty impressive. And she's laddered up already a couple of times. And, yeah, 61,000 there on the bottom of the league.
8 players.
Wow, Zeke's got some catching up to do. 45.
Yeah, he's now your short stack. Joni overtook him. Joni is on the ladder. She's moving it up. And Osvaldo Garcia's in here. Let's go, Baldo! Hey. Blinds right now, as you see on screen, are 15,000, 20,000.
25,000, 15,000.
That's what. Yes.
Charlie is doing 10 different things at once. This man never stops. I don't know how he finds the energy to do it, but yeah, he does. Fantastic. What did you call yourself? Tournament director? I don't know. I think you put this whole thing together.
No, I did not.
Let's get some C's in the chat for Charlie. And Michael, look at this. Michael shoving under the gun here with the King 5 suited. This is that play we were talking about earlier. So many players left to act. That is an extreme show of strength, regardless of what the cards are. And he walks into it. Francisco with the queens. He's got the ladies. The Queen of Diamonds and the Queen of Hearts.
It's ladies' night tonight.
Easily the best holding for pocket queens. Queen of Hearts and Queen of Diamonds. Easily. Unfortunately for Michael, he's drawing to very, very thin outs. Just the king.
Uh-oh, Samantha, get your wishing well. Use your one time and let's stand up.
Let's see what we got.
Francisco saying no king, no spades, no runner 5s. Michael's saying, oh, dear baby Jesus, give me some 5s right now. One time.
Yeah, Michael doesn't even seem stressed about it.
No, 300,000 chips in the pot. Michael's got possibilities, though.
It does have possibilities. That queen.
And that's the last possibility right there.
Check mark to
that's
Francisco.
The nail in the coffin. Francisco gets queens over 7, and we say bon voyage, Mr. Michael Svoboda, in place number 8. $460 on a 0 entry. Heading home with him. I guarantee it's not heading home just yet. There's a seat open at the cash table.
That's right.
And Samantha, you're going to have to wait just a few more hours.
Oh, man, Michael, an absolutely great player, a great guy to have at the table, too. Nonstop jokes, very witty.
GGTK.
GGTK.
Good guy to know.
Absolutely.
That's off of some old Steve Martin movie where he was like in the mob and they put him in protective custody. If you know that movie in the chat, Steve Martin was in the mob. They put him in protective custody, and he ended up siphoning money and building a Little League baseball field.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Blue Switch, Angel, Heaven, Little Blue, My Blue Heaven. Did you just see how I got there? My Blue Heaven.
You did get there.
Oh, my goodness.
I love it. Yeah, Steve Martin, a legend of the comedy game, and these players here at the table, legends of KoJack's poker right now.
You know how they remake movies?
Yeah.
Like they're doing Happy Gilmore 2?
Yeah.
They need to remake The Three Amigos.
You
like
know what?
part 2 with the same actors
and
the same guys on the horses.
Geriatric.
Yes. Osvaldo completing the blinds right there. 9-8 suited. That is 100% a playable hand when your head's up. So it's Osvaldo versus Zeke. Zeke snuck in with 62 off suit.
Whoa, spikes a pair of 2s. He's ahead.
I wish that would have been louder.
Do we have a clap?
Do we have a whip?
Nope.
So no whip, but Zeke spikes it, and it goes check. Zeke bets it. I'm pretty sure he bet it all in. I didn't see it because we were looking for a whip button, but Zeke does win the pot, and
Chipping
he's
up. Up to 70.
up to 70.
Up to 70.
Woo,
Let's see these chip stacks here. And that should put Joni in the short stack now, just barely. It's going back and forth between Zeke and Joni here for the shortest stack.
You know, I never root for the big stack. I always root for the short stack. I root for the hand that's behind.
Way more fun.
Yes.
Way more fun.
Does that mean I'm a loser, baby? As Beck would say. So here he goes. Francisco, Jack 6 in the muck. Art is going to play this, but let's see how he plays it. 25,000 chips to call it. He's got ace jack suited. He's got some small stacks behind him. Does he want to milk them in? Does he want to push them out? What does he want to do?
And it looks like he's gathering some chips, so at least a call here. He's going to raise it up to 50,000. That puts Basil.
Look at Basil. He did the old pump fake like he was grabbing the chips, going to ship them in.
And you know under that bandana, he's smiling and laughing.
He's saying poker's so sick,
Having
dog.
a great time. And Art gets it through.
So
No
Art
takers.
from over at CCC pulling it up. I think Art may be the nope. Yep, nope. Francisco is your chip leader. Let's get a quick look at the chips right here. Francisco 655,000. Art in second place, solid second, 573,000. And then it's kind of sparse from there. Osvaldo's in third, 195. Basil's in fourth, 194. And then it goes Zeke.
Johnny.
Oh, Johnny, Zeke, and then Joni.
Yep, 105 for Johnny.
I guess I could have just looked at the screen right there.
That's okay.
Anybody-
There's a lot at the top. There's a little at the bottom, and a pretty close grouping in between.
I think this is going to be one of those tournaments where we don't see a whole lot of chops.
And no, I don't imagine a lot of chops. Now, they did actually chop the last longer.
Yep, 7-way action,
And,
$1,350 in the pot. Each player took home $192.27693.
We go to 3 decimal places here, KoJack's.
Yes. They don't, look at this. Zeke, all in Zeke. Let's go, all in moment.
And Francisco looking down at the jacks, the fish hooks. He's roping them in.
It looks like he went fishing, and he caught himself a call.
Zeke all in and way
Zeke
behind.
is looking for running sevens, 8, 9, 10, or
Maybe
hearts.
some hearts will come out on the flop. Let's see what Lauren puts out there.
Oh, that's
hearts.
possibility. Possibility. The 5. Heart,
hearts.
5, heart, 5.
There's a queen of hearts.
There's the heart, and just like that, wait for it. There's
Zeke
nothing
gets
else.
the check mark.
And there it is. Oh, staying alive, Zeke, Saturday Night Live style. It is Sunday at KoJack's, but he's staying alive like John Travolta and Saturday Night Live.
Sunday Night Live here.
Look at Lane in the chat. Lane is Team Joni, rooting, cheering, and going for Miss Joni Baloney.
And Joni almost got a ladder up right there.
She almost did.
Very close.
Zeke got heart.
Zeke got heart.
Oh, that's
With
the
a
new saying.
T.
Zeke got heart. That should be our new KoJack shirt. Got heart.
Got
and
heart.
Put 5 hearts on the board, on the chessboard.
I got heart.
So we're already at hand number 23.
Things
There
are
are 2, 4, 6, 7 players left. 7 players left. Next player going out gets $560 for nothing. They didn't pay a penny to get inside this. It's the 0 entry free roll. It's the crazy stuff we do at KoJack's. It's the crazy stuff we do at CCC. It's the crazy stuff we do at the River League. They're doing their own version over there.
And we have a good time doing it.
Look at this.
Oh, no. Joni has stepped in it officially. This is the stepped in it song right here.
Oh, no.
AK for Johnny on the button. He's going to make
And look at
the
this.
call.
Johnny doesn't ship over top. He
Yeah,
wants another call. He wants another elimination. He's a tournament player. He understands the ability to knock people out.
Now, if you're at the table and you see a move like that, that is just strength right there.
Mm-hmm. And look at this. Lane plays a lot with Joni and Ricky and Basil. Lane, we've got a seat open for you. Any day you want to come up to KoJack's, they play a lot of poker. And look at this. This is why 5-3 is the best hand in poker. but Art's 8 is in the lead. Look at this. Johnny's all in.
Johnny
Art
puts
says,
the rest
I'm going to
of it.
call. That's the side pot between you and me. So if nothing else comes, Art's got a double elimination right here.
Art's going to take it down if the board doesn't change
Mortal
too
Kombat
much.
style, he's about to perform a couple fatalities. Look at that, and that's over.
That's the
It's
eight. Wow.
oh hey,
And he boats up.
insult to injury.
Yikes.
8's full of 8s, 8's full of 6s. Johnny Scarborough and Joni both eliminated. Let's get a big round of applause for both of them right there.
That's what
That
I'm
is
talking about.
incredible, insane. And they walked out with Joni was short stacked, so she walks out with $560. Johnny Scarborough from over at CCC walks out with 6 Benjamins in his pocket.
6 hundo.
6 hundo.
Love to see it. Never a good feeling to get your ace king cracked, but when you walk out with $600, that helps ease the sting.
Look at this.
A little bit.
Look at this. He's your chip leader now. 728,000 chips in that stack.
Wow.
And
728K.
so if you're sitting at home on the couch and you didn't participate in this and you're wondering what the heck we're doing giving away $10,000 for free, what there was 4 qualifiers to get into this. 4 different Sundays. KoJack's NCC teamed up and we ran a little tiny tournament where you earned your chip stacks, and you came into qualifying. Now, if you qualified, you got to start this tournament with 20,000 chips. If you double qualified, you got 20,000 more. And so some people triple qualified into this, so they actually started this tournament with 60,000 chips.
I believe Joni, one of the triple baggers.
Joni was one of the triple baggers. Johnny was one of the triple baggers, and Basil was the third and final triple bagger. So they all 3 made it to this table. So here they sat. They paid nothing to get into this tournament this Sunday on September 8th. It started at 1 p.m. today. So if you're sitting at the couch thinking, hey, they're winning free money, why didn't me? You missed out on it. But remember, there's big tournaments coming around, and you don't have to wait for this one. We got the mystery bounty starting next Thursday. We've got 2 weeks of the mystery bounty and 10 flights. So it's $240 entry, $120 re-entry, and there's a $10,000 bounty. And Ken, right there in the chat, he could be dealing that $10,000 bounty. He's going to be dealing these qualifiers. Make sure you go into CCC. Say hi to Mr. Ken.
Yes, Ken cheering on Art and Baldo. Love it. And we got Linda congratulating Johnny. Good work, Johnny. Amen, Johnny.
Wait, I'm trying to think who's so Valdo's got fans, Zeke's got fans, Francisco's got fans, Art's got fans,
Basil's got fans.
So we got teams in the chat, man. We got lots of people across all platforms. And once again, Miss Joni, have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. KoJack's, we appreciate you. We appreciate you.
And we are down to 5 players. This is where the ladder gets really interesting. 5th place, $760. 4th place, $980. Then we're up into the 4-digit threshold there. 3rd place, over $1,000. 2nd place, $1,700. But the Cadillac, 1st place, $3,160. You think Zeke will make it there with that ace he's got?
We got pocket aces, and Zeke's got 135,000 chips right now. The average stack is right around 300 and, or no, wait, how many players we got left?
5.
5 players.
Down to 5.
So 420,000 chips. Zeke says ship it to win it.
Let's see how many callers he gets. He does want a caller.
Well, so here's the thing about that. He ships it all in. He pulls in 40,000 chips. Oh, he's probably going to get a call from Osvaldo. Let's see about this. Let's see if Baldo can lay this down. This is the difference between 760 and 980. He's going to look at that down, and you see the look on his face. And he's looking at the clock is what he's looking at. The clock is on the wall to his left. And he's thinking about it. Yeah, he's trying to see what the ladder is. He's trying to see if it makes sense for him to call this. It's 110,000 chips to call, so it's over. It's 3/5 of the stack.
Right, yeah. He's already got a little bit in the middle because he is the big blind, but Zeke's 135,000 chip bet represents a huge portion of his stack. If Baldo calls and loses, then he's going to be crippled. And he does make the laydown.
He does the right thing at that point.
He lays
right there.
the parking lot hand down.
This is how you climb the stack. And look at that. Baldo in the chat says, uh-oh, and look, he did the proper thing. We're going to go ahead and give a plus sign right there. And plus sign being an applause sign.
Absolutely.
Oh, and Chase just likes to hit that. Y'all can't see him in the. Hold on. We're gonna flip the camera.
All right, here we go.
And we're gonna do it again. Yes, that is called chasing Chase right there. And by the way, did anybody see the Cowboys win? And Divine, that was an amazing fold right there.
Holy moly is right.
That might be a tournament winning fold.
That could be.
So if he wins the tournament, we're going to come back to that moment where he laid down ace queen.
That was the moment right there where things shifted. Almost like an earthquake here at the poker table.
So Basil's got 194,000 chips in his stack, but he's on the bottom half of the field. 1.3 million chips are in seat number 7 and seat number 8 in Francisco and Art's stack.
Unbelievable. Yeah, 2 million chips, just over that, in play in total. More than half of that in play between the top 2 spots. Shane Scarborough giving us a shout-out. My man, think we're doing a pretty good job. Pretty cool. We appreciate it, man. You got comment of the month coming at you.
Shout out to Shane right there. Hands off. Yes, and hold on. We got to get it one more time. All right, give it a hit. Give it a... Here we go. 66 for Zeke. He just shoved aces. And look at this. He's feeling frisky. He ate his
There he
kibbles,
goes.
nibbles, kibbles,
Kibbles and bits.
Frisky? No, frisky. What's Friskies?
Bibbles and kits. Friskies is cat food.
We're a little off there.
I
But
don't know.
so this is how strong an all-in is at this moment. He just pushed aces. They know he's not pushing light. So when he ships right there, it really didn't matter what he had. All he's doing is dodging the possibility of 4 players having a big hand.
That's right.
And he picks up 40,000 chips.
And pocket 6 is not a bad hand to do that. He picks up 40K in chips.
He goes from second in the cellar to now he's third in chips.
Still not.
That's how quick it is.
Not exactly comfortable in terms of stack, but yeah, he is no longer at the bottom of the chip count leaderboard. It's Valdo down to 155,000.
25,000 big blind. That's just 6 big blinds right there.
That's right. Things are getting spicy.
Oh, look at this. I love Basil's sneakiness right there.
He's very sneaky.
He's wearing the
sneaks
mask
in.
that matches his undershirt, that matches the Superman. And,
Francisco with the ace-queen, the parking lot hand. Now, he is ahead this time. Let's see if Francisco can sniff it out. Zeke with the K-tray suited.
Zeke wants to get in, but the thing is it's 25,000. He's got no chips invested in the pot. He's worked so hard to pick up those 80,000 chips, and he's just going to let that go. And Francisco says, "I've got 115,000 on it."
And there's a raise right there. Basil, no choice left but to fold.
And
Francisco.
This is why I say Basil's so good in tournaments.
Yes.
He didn't even have to think about that.
He knew.
And that's why Basil limps at that point. You'll get a lot of players that will raise
Right.
in early position. Basil was under the gun right there. And had Basil raised it up to 50,000 with ace-10, then Francisco's raise right there at 110,000. Basil would have been priced in, and that's half of Basil's stack. So he would have been forced to either shove, call. I mean, it's a losing spot. And that's Basil plays, I would say Basil plays 6.5 days of the 7 days of the week.
At least.
He knows where he stands. He knows what he's doing. He already had the plan that he's going to call any raise he folds. Even though ace-10 is powerful, it's not that strong.
Yeah. And so often you're crushed. Exactly what we saw. Ace-10 dominated by the ace-queen. And Basil knows that. He's a good player. Here we go. The blinds should be moving up here pretty soon. Maybe on the next hand, we might go up to the next level. Francisco, though, squarely at this level on the button. K5 suited, not good enough. Art with the queen deuce in the small blind.
And
Let's
this
see
is
if
a
he
little
applies any
different.
pressure.
So Basil picked up ace-10 in the under the gun.
Right.
And he picks up ace-3 right there. He might have raised that. And that's where position poker becomes so strong, because he was under the gun with a super strong hand, and he was forced in the big blinds with a mediocre hand. If anybody tried to steal, he could snap off his 195
Right.
on top of him, and they're forced to fold it.
Yeah, and you want to stay unpredictable. Basil does a good job of that. Staying unpredictable. Yeah, it looks like the blinds do go up. 40,000. Sorry, 20K, 30K.
Where do you see that? Oh, and I was so the quick
looking.
pause is I turned around to Chase and I said, "Where the hell are you seeing this?"
I
The
didn't want to
blinds
give
go
away
up.
the industry secrets.
And yeah, so he had a very nice little secret right there, and he showed me how to see it. But blinds are officially up. You see it on the screen. He was a little bit of a palm reader, of a crystal ball looker. I mean,
wait a
he
second.
knew it was coming.
Glimpsing into the future here. Francisco with the AJ raises it up. ART with the mystery hand here.
Yes,
He lets it go.
and that must have been a terrible mystery hand, because that went in the muck pretty quick. So as Valdo looks down, queen nine suited, he's not going to have anything to do with that. And this is where you're really going to see poker tighten up a little bit. You got 5 guys at the table. 2 of them are from CCC, 3 of them are from KoJack's. And even though the 3 at KoJack's play together with each other all the time, they play a lot of 1-2 no limit hold'em here. The other 2 play a lot of 5 on the button no limit hold'em at CCC. And they get a lot of practice on their hands. They know what they're looking for. They know what they're doing.
Oh, they do.
And they search for weaknesses. They're sharks in a fish tank.
This is a clinic right now. This is a clinic of good poker.
Oh, if Art folds this 5-3, I'm gonna have to pick on him for a minute.
Art, don't do it.
I have a feeling.
I
have a feeling it's going in the muck.
Don't do it. Oh!
5-3 is the best hand in poker, ladies and gentlemen. If you're tuning in, that is the Charlie hand. That right there. It didn't win me a World Series poker bracelet, and it didn't win me $10,000.
Yet.
But it is my most winning hand. If I ever win a World Series of poker tournament and I ever have the chip advantage, I'm going to hold on until I get 5-3, and then I'm going to shove it right there.
That's the way to do that. Look at this. Blind on blind violence. Valdo spikes middle pair. Zeke with top pair is going to bet out
Zeke. So in that point right there, if you're Zeke, should you let it go? Because when your head's up It's crazy.
It does get crazy. It does get crazy, but Zeke does need to make a move.
Zeke's even got more fans in the chat. Look at this. Beatrice is wishing Zeke some good luck. So we keep popping up the chip counts so you can see them. You can pretty much count them on the table right there. Players usually keep them in countable stacks of 20, which on the pink chips is 100,000. And, I mean, there's 1.9 million chips in play. 1.2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's almost 1.9 million chips in play. You're not going to see a whole lot of movement, though, with Jack 3 and Jack 8.
Yeah, not movement there, especially from under the gun, Jack 8 offsuit.
Oh.
Baldo finds a time, shoves all in with the Rockets. And looks like he might get a customer, Francisco, with the deuce 4.
That's a call right there as soon as
He's straightening up the blind. He's thinking about it. He's getting a count. How much exactly would it cost him? About 1/6 of his stack.
Yeah, he needs to be careful right there because when you reach across the table and touch the chips, that can be construed as a call. So he might get away with a 1 right here.
Francisco really thinking about it. The hat, the shades.
And he shows it face up. He says, "Man, I can't call." Yeah. If he'd had any cards higher than a 6, I think that would have been an automatic call. So Moses, this is a $10,000 zero entry free roll. Once again, these players paid nothing to get into this tournament. It was $10,000. All they had to do was qualify to get into this tournament. And CCC put in $5,000. KoJack's put in $5,000. And these people are just having a good old time out there, playing some poker, winning some money, walking home. And on top of that, both clubs had the Cowboys boards. So both of our clubs put up we put up $1,000, $250 a quarter. And if we had numbers drawn, if you hit quads, you got your name on the board, filled that board up.
How fun was that
yes.
today?
And so here's the catch on those boards. If you're here in the club playing when the Cowboys play, that is $250 that you win if your numbers are drawn. And if you're not here, you still walk away with a beautiful Benjamin. We still give you $100. Now, what happens to that other $150? That flows over into the next week. So let's say quarter 1, let's say Chase wins and he's not playing at the club.
I usually do.
He gets $100 plus the $150 goes over to the next week Q1, the next week Q2. So what you're looking at next week at KoJack's is
400.
Yeah, 400 on the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. So you're not going to want to miss it out. You're going to want to get here this week. You're going to want to play cash games. You're going to want to hit quads. You're going to get your name up on the board. And then you're going to want to be here next Sunday when the Cowboys whip that.
That's what I'm talking about. Watch the game here at KoJack's. It's a great atmosphere.
So get this,
BYOB.
CCC, they had a couple empty squares.
Ooh.
All $250 carries over. So next week, there was nobody on there. So next week they have quarters that are $500.
Wow, $500 for the quarter.
It's craziness. I mean, how can you not play poker right now? This is the hottest time in West Texas to hit the poker felt. How can you not make it out?
This is the golden age of poker fun, poker prize pools here. Unbelievable. Osvaldo in the chat say no.
I picture. Did you ever watch Spy versus Spy?
Maybe.
You know when the black spy sets up something, a trap, and the white spy falls off the ledge?
Yeah.
I picture him screaming, no!
Moses, first place, $3,160.
Baldo picks up Basil's favorite hand. So for those of you from CCC, Basil, every article of clothing Basil wears, he's got Jack 10 written on it. That is his favorite hand. If he's got that, money's going in the pot. And Baldo calls the big blind. That puts Basil in the big blind. So Basil's going to Art's fishing with 70 deuce. I like it. What is that? Daddy likey. Billy Madison. Billy Madison, yes. So three-way action, Jack 10, 7 deuce, King 9. Flop comes out ace of spades, 10 of clubs, 3 of hearts.
Baldo with the best pair actually on board.
Look at this, look at this, look at this. Shippy dippy, all in. $115,000, and the great thing about this is he's pulling in the other $90,000 into his stack, and just like that, $205,000. First place is getting $3,160. Moses, sorry, I just saw that.
Yes, sir. $3,160 up top. I don't expect much of a chop, if at all.
I think the only chop that would occur right now would be between Francisco and Art, because they're both setting $595,000, $673,000.
Right.
I could see something funny going in there with that $4,800, maybe $2,000, $2,800, something like that. But It's going to get frisky. 5 players left. Next player out gets not just kidding. 5, yeah, oh, no, I'm right. $760
That's right.
to the next player out. Type in the chat, who do you think is the next player going to be out?
Basil is a short stack right now, but as we've seen, he's made some good laydowns. He's made some good power plays.
Dang it, Moses. Well, you're going to have to come play some free roll. Grab that, what was it, 3 weeks back? Somebody came in. They took the 5,000 free chips in the free roll, and they turned it into a chop of first place of like $800 per person.
Crazy. I remember that very well.
That's always my goal. I always want to do that, see if I can turn that stack into it.
Right. I agree.
So 5 players left. Chip stacks. We keep showing you the chip stacks because they're so important right now with 20,000, 30,000 chip blinds. And Basil's down to 3 big blinds. Baldo is down to 5.5 big blinds, almost 6.
And then we got Zeke right up there.
Do the maths. A little over 7 big blinds.
Yeah, less than 10. I'll go less than 10. And then about 20 thereabouts for Art in Francisco.
Hey, look at this.
There you go.
21 for Francisco.
Okay.
Oh!
We got the mathematician Charlie in the house right now. And Francisco looking down at the K2.
He's kind of been card dead.
He's not going to climb the summit, I don't think. I think he's going to let it go.
Hey, but his glasses are pretty BA.
Pretty BA indeed. Art with the ace-9 big stack. Let's see if he wants to put any pressure on the players left to act.
He's got to put some pressure on him.
He's going to call. And Osvaldo with the jack deuce. No good in the small blind. Not going to play that out of position. Or is he? Does it say call? We are going 3 ways to the flop right now. Osvaldo with the discount. Seeing what the flop brings.
Art looking for an 8. Zeke looking for nobody to catch anything else. And Osvaldo looking for a jack.
And Zeke leads out. Doesn't have a whole lot of chips behind. Puts the rest of them in the middle.
He says, I've got the best hand right now. You're going to have to catch me.
He's going to do it. He's going to do it.
So it's a call. We're heads up with 150,000 chips in the pot.
Ooh.
4, 5, 6, 7. Zeke checks. This is where Art can take it.
Ooh.
Is he going to take it?
Is he going to take it? If he bets, if he breathes on that pot too heavily, I think Zeke is going to fold.
I'd like to see about 100K go in.
Zeke with second pair, 4-liner to a straight out there.
Because that 100K would be the majority. So it was 60,000. That's a great bet.
Still
right
a good
there.
size. Yeah, absolutely a good size. Really enticing.
Zeke's going to have
call.
to lay it down. He's going to have to lay this down.
And that bet just says, please call me. I am so strong right now. Please call me. But Art has
right.
ace high.
That's experience right there. That's exactly what that was. He bet 60,000
60K?
into 150,000 pots. So, I mean, it was perfectly sized for him to stack up his chips and retain chip leader. 763,000 chips sitting in Art's stack, and he's making a showing for CCC.
Absolutely. Great showing, by the way. Basil still the short stack, 114 there. Osvaldo at 145, so not a huge difference.
Basil's got 2 hands before he has to make a decision.
Yeah, he is. The blinds are moving fast around the board here. Let's see. Basil under the gun +1.
I see Miss D. I see Miss D over there. She may be doing a Facebook Live. Art looks down at King 6. Basil's mucks his hand. Osvaldo's 60 deuce of hearts. Zeke, queen 4 hearts. And Francisco has the dolly part. And is that all in for? Nope, that's just a call.
That's a call.
Oh, his chips are off to the side. That's why I couldn't see him.
That's a call. He's gonna force possibly a mistake out of Francisco here.
And Francisco's going nowhere.
Yeah, Francisco with a pretty good draw right there.
Check,
Zeke
check.
does
Look,
have a pair
look
of
at that.
4s.
14 outs. 14 outs. 12 of them are alive.
There's a 10. No help. Not one of those 14 outs. Check, check to the river. The river's an 8.
But here's the thing about that. Just because Zeke's got the check mark does not mean he can win. And that's why poker is a game of skill.
He has no pair, but he does have the high card, the queen. It does go check, check on the river, and that check mark is good for Zeke.
And the pair of 4s wins.
Arturo Ruiz in the chat Charlie just called my dad old.
No, I did not.
Experience.
I said that's the. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna flip this camera around. I did not say old. I said he's very experienced on the table. I am old. I am 44 years old.
A spring chicken over here.
Yeah, he's a spring chicken over there. He has experience on the poker table. Come on. Can you see my face? It's red.
Uh-huh.
Oh man.
And we are moving on here, out of context. Back
This
into
might
the
be
game.
all in for Basil. He's under the gun. Ace 9 suited. Is he, and this is what you have to think at this point, is he going to see anything better than this in the rounds?
And that's a tough thing.
He says, this is the best I'm going to get.
That's it. He does go for it. All 90K.
All
right
he's got to
into
do
the
is
middle.
just dodge somebody having something bigger.
Hey, look, he's got the ace 9. He's got 90K left. I think the numbers speak for themselves right
Oh, if he gets beat by Jack 10, his head might blow up.
now. Yeah, he's going to explode with steam.
Actually, I don't think that's a call. I don't think he's going to get mad if he gets beat by Jack 10,
He's
just
just-
because that's his favorite hand.
That's confirmation right there that it's the best hand.
Second best.
Okay, second best. Second best. You're not wrong.
So here
there.
we go. The all-in moment for Basil. Jack 10, he's up against his favorite hand. Flop comes out 5, king 9, turn card 9. Basil's way in the lead, looking for a queen.
And he gets there.
Just like that, Basil doubles up, and Basil's got 210,000 chips. But that doesn't hurt Francisco at all.
Not at all. No, a very a cheap call, and the possibility to eliminate a player, ladder up, get closer to that $3,160 top prize. And there you go. Art's still way ahead, though. 733,000 in his chip stack.
Wait. What is Francisco doing in the chat? Oh, they're 15 minutes ahead of us.
Yeah.
They may be on a break. He may have gotten up from the table. I was like, wait, cell phones are not allowed at the table. Basil Leva, 100%. Cheech is 100% Team Basil.
I love that.
Cheech is going to be here at the free roll tomorrow. We're going to hold him to it.
Shay. I asked him how to pronounce it last time, Shay. I was calling him Cheech.
Oh, no.
Cheech means something very different than Shay.
Oh, Cheech.
Cheech is good.
Look at this. Francisco picks up another monster.
Yeah, he's on the button. He's got a big stack. Zeke, 30K to call with the 10-4 suited. He lays it down, but Francisco, he's going to put some chips in the middle. Let's see if Basil wants to use those new chips that he just got to make the call.
Art, let's go as 63. The experience of Art. Junior says that he should have laid that down. Basil's got a big hand.
Ooh, Basil.
But it's
short stacked.
Big hand.
He's already got some chips in the middle. Turns over the ace of spades and throws it in the muck. Love that.
I would have showed the ace 10 and said, "Hey, this is the respect I have for you, brother."
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah, and look, Francisco shows the ace of clubs, I'm sure.
Look at that. That's the poker. That's the tournament experience that Basil has.
That's what I'm saying. These players all also very, very sportsmanlike. Turning over cards at each other, kind of
showing them, hey,
you're
right.
You're right. I'm serious.
Or I'm right. I know that you have me beat.
Yep. Would have been interesting if Francisco turned over the queen of spades. Real head game kind of play right there.
That's the way you should play it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're moving on. We're already at hand number 40.
Holy crap.
Holy crap. Whoa, 41. They're flying by.
Yeah, we just played a whole hand and didn't even get to comment. No, I'm just kidding.
Zeke under the gun with Ace Quisha, the parking lot hand.
This is where the experience of tournaments is getting. They're trying to post flop play instead of just ship it all in pre flop.
And Zeke short stack, but does have a little bit of maneuverability post flop. He's going to just click it back, min raise right there, see if he gets a customer.
Osvaldo may call this all.
Osvaldo is all in, and Zeke has a decision.
So here it is. Osvaldo's all in. Osvaldo fans, get up, get your one-time up, because if Zeke makes this call, we've got an all-in KoJack's KJ moment.
Wow, and Zeke really put to the test here. This is a huge percentage of his stack, almost 100%.
That's a call. He pulled the chips back. That's a call.
That's it, and he's counting them out. He's going to make the pot right.
Yep, that's a call. So here we are, Ace Queen versus Ace Jack.
We're going for 5th place right here. $760 at stake. A big pot. Even though it's all tournament chips, $760 goes to the loser of this hand here. And here comes the run out. We cannot run it twice. This is a tournament. We're going one board.
Let's run it twice. All right, so here we go. Ace Jack versus Ace Queen, all low cards. Baldo looking for a 9, 10, and Jack. Running 9, 10, or a Jack.
Ooh, that 5.
That's a possibility of a chop.
Some chop opportunities here. And it's an 8. Pair in the board. Zeke gets the check mark. Osvaldo out in 5th place. Great tournament showing right there from Osvaldo. Absolutely great player. And
$760 for a no entry heading home with Baldo.
Not
so if you're in the
bad.
chat and you're a Baldo fan, make sure you throw up some deuces. Make sure you throw up some 2s because that was a very well played tournament. So 48 players qualified for this tournament. 44 of them showed up. We had 4 players from KoJack's not show up for this, and I mean that's free money right there. That's $760 heading home to Baldo Nation.
Yes, sir. Baldo Nation got a little richer. There it is. Baldo in the chat.
Nope, I think that's his son.
His son in the
Yes.
chat, giving us some applause.
Yes.
Fantastic showing from Baldo.
I don't think he's applauding us. I think he's applauding Baldo.
Yeah. No, that's what I meant. Yeah. I misspoke. I am running on fumes right now. The caffeine pill has yet to take hold, everybody.
4 players left in the tournament. That means the next person to walk out the door walks out with $980, just shy of $1,000 on no entry. They paid nothing.
And they're getting $1,000. What is that about?
Man.
That's called KoJack's prize pool.
Yeah, CCC, KoJack's, we all in it to win it. And look at this.
Francisco with the K5 under the gun.
Art picks up Ace Quisha.
The parking lot hand. He's going to park some chips in the middle.
And before anybody, I mean, that was set the chips out, pull the chips back. Set the chips out, pull the chips back.
No takers this time.
And that's what these 2 players that are sitting with 1.3 million chips, that's what they should be doing at this point right here.
Absolutely.
They should be putting the ultimate pressure on the players.
Thin the field a little bit, chip up in the meantime, and get that possibility to eliminate other players and ladder yourself up closer to that $3,160 first place prize. And we've got Mr. Bryant here in the box, shuffling up, throwing the cards like a maniac.
Who was better, Bryant? Des Bryant was pretty dang good.
Des Bryant.
I can't. I was gonna say better than Michael Irving, but you can't compare those two. Oh, we got hands again. Jack 9 and Art's hand with a massive chip lead, 740,000. Basil looks down. Ace 10. He folded it a while ago.
Yeah, this could be his spot. He throws the rest of his chips.
But he's in a different spot. He was under the gun when he let it go.
Right.
And now, no, he was in the big blind when he let it go. And now he's in the
there
cutoff.
There he goes. He throws the rest of his chips in there.
That's what I thought would happen at that point right there because he's in the cutoff. There's only 3 positions behind him.
And it looks like
Shippy Dippy.
Yeah, everybody folds right there.
Shippy Dippy.
Shippy Dippy.
And Basil's up to $210,000, but he's in 4th place. He's in 4th place right now.
At the bottom of the leaderboard, but he's very close to Zeke in terms of chip stack. 210 for Basil, 310 for Zeke. Actually, groupings are really, really tight. Art's still way ahead, but at the same time, all it takes, Basil double up, and he's right there with Francisco.
Basil doubles up through Art. Art's now got 530,000 chips. Basil's got 420 in 2nd place.
That's right, 420.
What? say what?
I don't know what that means. I learned what a blinker was the last time we did our live stream.
What's a?
I don't know. Throw it up in the chat. Let me know who's ripping mad blinkers these days. Zeke with the 10s, Basil with the ace king under the gun. Look at this. Moses saying, man, what I would do with $1,000, it might buy me 2 gallons of milk and 3 dozen eggs and maybe 2 drops of gasoline to go in the truck as well. Yeah, this economy, am I right? Am I right? And here we go. Zeke all in and at risk. Sorry, Basil all in and at risk. Zeke's got about 100,000 chips behind. And
oh, this is an all-in moment. I just looked down. Both players all in, but only Basil is covered.
Yeah, Basil at risk with the AK. Zeke with the pocket 10s.
This is your classic
flip
coin
flip.
Yes, we're so good. We know we can finish each other's sentence.
Sandwiches.
No king, no ace on the flop. Basil's fishing. No
Oh.
king, no ace on the turn. Basil's got
no.
6 outs.
Down to 6, but they are live. All 6 of them have not been folded. They remain in the deck. Basil's ace-king moving position around the board. Robert, our dealer in the box, one of my favorite dealers. A 7 will lock it up for Zeke, and Basil is our next elimination.
Basil walks out the door with $980.
Or, according to Moses, 2 gallons of milk and 3 dozen eggs. That's what he's going home with.
Man, this inflation's so high. I was like, where did you just get that saying from? But it's typed in the chat right there. $1,000 in West Texas will get you 2 gallons of milk, 3 dozen eggs, and a partridge in a pear tree. So here we go. Zeke's now got a beautiful stack of chips. 470,000 chips.
And we are tight as far as those groupings go. 680 for Art, 525 for Francisco.
Sorry, I said it wrong. I was looking at how much he's up. Zeke is up 470,000 chips since sitting down at the final table. He's got 540K.
Those chips inflating in real time, much like the U.S. economy.
Ooh,
Whoa, spicy
shots
take.
fired.
Felipe in the chat saying, let's go, my boy, let's go.
That's right. Felipe's team Basil all
Love
the
to
way,
see it.
still cheering for him. So, Felipe, now that Basil's out, who do you pick? Oh, no, I already know.
Oh.
He's Team Zeke. I said
Team
Team
Zeke?
Basil. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
100% Team
Team
Zeke.
Zeke.
Yes. So, he's still, that's why he's saying let's go.
Well,
So-
Basil, an absolutely great showing. Fantastic poker player. Great ambassador for poker in general.
Yes, and
Never a mean word
he
to say about
he
anybody.
chopped up some of that last longer. He got $192. So did Francisco, and so did Art. They
That's
each pulled
right.
in 192.
That's right. All right, we just got a notification, everybody. We just got a notification. We did it. 100 messages today in the chat. Thank you for making it possible. Thanks for watching. This is cause for celebration, everybody.
Hey, thanks for coming in and supporting both Chase and myself. It's a lot
Truly.
of fun to do this, but it's hard to do when it's quiet in the chat. When
Yeah.
y'all talk back in the chat, hell, here's 46 hands that flew by. It
That's
seems
what I'm
like 20
saying.
minutes.
When you light it up in the chat, everybody has a good time. We love responding to the comments. We had a good time on the last stream. The winner of our high roller tournament had a couple of his boys in the chat, and we were just having a good old time going back and forth, talking about some foul stuff, but it really had me laughing, man. And we're having a good time today. Although Zeke, I would say, maybe not having the best time right now.
He's
with
got a decision. Yes, he's got a big decision. 140,000 chips. It's 100,000 chips to call. That's what he's doing right now. He's looking back at the clock that we can see right here.
Yeah, he's looking back at
Well,
the
not the
prize
one we
pool.
can see. He's looking at this clock 15 minutes ago.
Yeah. Time warp. And Zeke really thinking, what is the prize pool? Is this worth it? Trying to do some ICM
And he lets it
calculations.
go. He lets it go. Francisco looking down at Jack 4, makes the call. Art makes the check, and the big blind flop comes out King of Spades, Deuce of Spades, 10 of clubs, and Art now has 6 outs. And Francisco's not going to let him see any of those 6 outs. And this is what it takes. When you've got big chips, you bet big bets, and you make it hard. Oh, I like the way Felipe says this. Let's let them make money so I can take it all from him on the 1-2.
That's how the feeding pool goes. It is literally the circle of life. The winners at the tournament are going to play cash, and they're going to spread the love around, whether they want to or not.
Yeah, speaking of cash, out here at KoJack's right now, there are 3 cash tables running. We've got
Holy.
we've got 1-2 no limit hold'em, and we've got 2 5 on the button no limit hold'ems. I got a quick second to refresh this here. I'm trying to see what we got going on in West Texas.
I got to say, I like the plural, no limit hold'ems.
Yeah, well, if you have two no limit hold'em tables, it's called no limit hold'ems.
You're right.
You can make up your. Welcome to West Texas. You're making up your own language. So
Can't argue.
We've got one no limit hold'em, 1, 2. We've got two no limit hold'em, 5 on the buttons. And then if you're over in Odessa, Texas, make sure you check out Celebrity Card Club. They've got 5 on the button, no limit hold'em.
Come on now. Great players at both clubs, great staff at both clubs, great games at both clubs, and look at this great raise by Francisco with the ace-jack, putting Zeke to the test.
At this
He's
late,
not short stacked.
no, but at this late in the tournament, when you pick up those ace J's, you really don't want to raise them. You want to let your opponents
Right.
with the ace 9s, the ace 8s. You want to let them make the mistakes.
You want the customer.
Yeah, that way you can pinpoint the moves that you want to make.
Exactly. And three-handed, AJ, even offsuit, an absolute monster. And this,
Shoot, King 9 3-handed is strong.
yeah.
That's why when you pick up one of these strong hands, you want to. I can't think of the word that I'm trying to find, but you want to maximize on the potential of the chips, the return on the chips. You want to get
Absolutely.
as many chips into the pot as you can. And if you raise too big, you're not going to get them.
You're not going to get anything, yeah. You got to price it to move. And here we go. Art with the J10 actually throws it in the middle. Speaking of monster hands three-handed, that Jack 10 would have really done work, but instead Francisco scoops up the blinds, chipping up 20,000 chips right here in terms of total profit. 60,000 in the pot before anything happens because these blinds are really taking off right now. Francisco up to 685, Art 620, Zeke at 500. This is anyone's game. I mean, it always is, but I mean, this is really anyone's game right now. And we are moving on.
No, it's not. It's not your game.
Okay. All right. Rub it in, Charlie. I didn't qualify.
It's not
Rub
my
it
game.
in. Look at this. King, Queen versus Ace, Queen. Three-handed, both of these hands. Absolute monsters. Zeke looks like he's going to throw out a raise. 125,000.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
What is happening? Who's shuffling these cards, Robert? I will come at you.
Watch this be the tournament right here. That would be so crazy.
Oh, my God. We could actually see the end of this right now. Ace,
All
Queen.
in, call, and a king come. Oh, that would be so wild.
That would be sick. 3 queens locked up, 2 aces. Those kings are absolutely live. And it looks like we're going 3 ways to the flop. This does not happen all that often.
Man, I mean, your butt's got a pucker if you're Zeke in this spot right here. You just raised
I'm puckered right
125,000 chips. And
Look at that
you
passive
just got
pot.
snap call and call right behind it. 3-way action, 375,000 chips in the pot. Watch. So,
Of course, nobody gets a pair.
and this is where it's going to go check, check.
I don't know. Francisco
Zeke-
really thinking about making a move.
Oh.
He thinks he's got the best hand, and if he were to lead out right here, that could absolutely be the winning move here for the
First to bet's first to win.
Oh, and Zeke with the king, queen. He's got position. He's going to make a position bet here. He was first to act.
Look at this, shipping it.
That's it. That's it. He's keeping the aggression up. And now if you're holding the ace-queen, you got to be wondering, does he have a pocket pair? He showed the aggression pre-flop.
I'm going to go ahead and do
first
this.
in.
We're going to go ahead and give him
Yes,
applause.
please. That's
He
what I'm
just
talking
double-barreled this. He bet pre-flop, and he gets one of the ace-queens.
He gets one of the ace-queens out of there. Art is ahead, but you got to be wondering.
Oh, this might be the call of the century if he makes this.
He could be up against.
Hey, Art Jr., this is experience if he makes this call. Either way, it's experience if he makes the fold, and it's experience if he makes the call, because this is huge.
This is a parking lot hand. He is in a tough spot, dominated by ace-king, losing way behind to tens and jacks.
Not gambling, 100%
Look at
game of
that.
skill.
Look at that. Look at. Wait, wrong one. Look at that.
100% game of skill. The inferior hand just got both inferior hands, both of them ace-queen to fold, and Zeke is now your
Chip
leader.
I was going to say it at the same time as you. I messed up.
Felipe, let's go, baby. Chip leader in the house now.
Hey. And look at that. Zeke up to 750,000 in his stack. My best information says 2.1 in the middle. 2.1 million chips total. I'm not sure if that's right though.
Hey, you got to put
1.9?
You got to put up your calculator.
Yeah, I do. I do. Let me do that here. Let me calculate this. Let me absolutely calculate this on my new phone. Thanks everybody for making this possible.
Hey, the only problem with that is it doesn't say iPhone on it.
Yeah, no, that's the right thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you can, come rescue me from KoJack's. I'm in the booth with 2 non-iPhone users.
Okay, well, I put a new screen protector on. It is not very responsive, everybody. Watch out for the TPP screen protector.
All you got to do is throw it a couple times, and it works perfectly. Throw it a couple times. Go to the Apple Store and pick up an iPhone, and it works perfectly.
All right, so the new stats: 1.8 million chips in play.
I said almost 1.9.
Yeah, you were right. You were better than me, a lot closer. We're playing by Jeopardy rules, though, so you went over.
We're playing by Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune rules. Okay, okay.
Oh wait, I still lost.
I don't know. I said Jeopardy. That's not even.
Yeah.
That's not even close.
That wasn't even answered in a question format.
Was it not?
I don't know. Could it have been? All right, so Jack 9 versus 6-3 suited. Flop comes out. King of diamonds, 5 of diamonds, Queen of clubs. Not helping to any player.
Oh, pairing on the board here.
Another one of the hands. First to bets, first to win.
Uh-oh, we've got a creeper.
Oh, never mind. No longer first to bet, first to win. Now Francisco has the best hand.
Buffalo Bill over here, putting makeup on.
So we have a two-way mirror in our booth. They can't see in, but we can see out. And we just had one of our dealers, maybe they were wearing a Des Bryant jersey or not, putting on makeup, maybe forgetting that we could see them. It is a different view when they're putting on lipstick, making the duck face, getting it perfectly nice. So if you're tuned into KoJack's Live, listen to the drama that we have here. You're watching the end of the 0 entry. Yes, we repeat that, no entry fee, free roll. These players didn't pay a penny to get in this tournament.
Not today.
And Celebrity Card Club and KoJack's is rewarding them with $10,000 in the prize pool.
10K in the prize pool, 3160 up top. All these players, all 3 of them left, are playing for more than $1,000, and they paid $0 today to get in.
48 players qualified, 44 players entered, 10 players walk home with some cash, and I think like 5 of those players that have been knocked out are sitting at the cash tables right now.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Ace Quisha making her rounds.
Unbelievable. This time suited, and Art lets the ace-8 go from the big blind. Experience.
Zeke
and
is
respect.
running the table right now, almost at 800,000 chips. The other 2 players combined have a little over 1.15 million, actually exactly 1.15 million chips. And Zeke alone has gone from the bottom of the field to 800,000 chips.
Unbelievable. And he is playing almost perfectly here. Using the spots for aggression to chip up, making the correct folds. Now Francisco with the 4 tray, first to act on the button, but he does fold correctly. Art with the Jack 9, not a bad raising hand, but out of the small blind, you just never know what the other guy's got.
If he knew that the other guy had 6-3, he would instantly raise this.
Easily. But it looks like he is reaching for chips. That's a call.
Oh, is Zeke going to do it? And this is the power of a chip stack.
Wow.
He says, and some. And one
some.
like they do in the NBA.
He's
and
just
one.
And oneing right there.
So is that a 3-pointer with an and one 4-point play right there?
Wow.
That's a big play because now that definitely made Art shift his seat.
Yeah, Art's shifting his seat, but so is Zeke until he gets a pair. Now
Both
it's tough.
players flop a straight draw.
Tough to make a pair here. Yeah, you're right. Both players, Zeke with the low end of the straight draw, Art with the higher end of the straight draw.
Zeke's got the pair of 6s to put him just in the lead, but if you notice, he's at 58-42, not much in the lead.
Wow, look at this, and we're tangling right now. We're playing a pot.
240,000 chips in the pot. Turn card is a deuce of clubs.
Ooh.
Art holds the 4th nut.
He's got the combo draw here. A flush, a straight.
And
Oh,
there's the
wow.
flush. There's the flush, ladies and gentlemen. Will Zeke continue into it?
And let's see if Art can get any more value. He throws out 75,000 chips.
Look at that look on his face, too.
100,000.
Look at that look on his face. He put his hand on his cheek and said, just come and claim it.
Yeah, come and claim it. A little reverse action body language here, perhaps. And Zeke, look at those shades. Very Hollywood right there. I love how you can see the table. Man, that's a cool view.
Both him and Francisco have those shades like that.
I'm going to make a background for their phones on that. Just them sitting at the table with the chips and stuff.
And you can see
glass.
the vision in front of them.
Man, that's cool. Very, very artistic right there. Artistry here at the poker table at KoJack's.
But who has the best beard at the table?
That is the absolute question. Do Kim, one of my favorite players of all time, just showing some love, man. Love this. I'm tearing up, dude. I'm tearing up, my man.
Oh, much love out there, dude. That is the next comment of the month right there. Thank you very much for that. We're honored for you to hear that. Sorry you had to go do some taekwondo.
No, that's awesome.
So tell me this: what belt do you? Well, are you driving? If you're driving, I don't want you chatting in there. If you can use voice chat, do that. But what belt do you have? I would like to know that. I'm always impressed by these master belts.
I'm pretty sure he told me, and I'm pretty sure it's a 9th degree black belt.
Holy crap!
He's a grand master.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Look at this three-way action into the pot. Ace
here.
5, 3, 2, 8, 6. Everybody's got. Francisco's got backdoor action. Zeke's looking for the deuce, and Art's looking for everybody to whiff.
Yep, there's an 8.
Now, and that's how fast you go from first to last.
That's right. Francisco
last to first.
pulling ahead.
I guess it could go both ways.
Either way.
40,000 chip bet, and that's, with a queen and an 8 out there, Art's going to have to let this go. He doesn't have the draw, but Zeke can fish around.
Zeke can fish around. He's got a little mobility here. He could make the call. It would be a speculative call, but
he makes the call to let it go.
He calls the fold.
Yeah, he makes the call to let the cards go. And just like that, Francisco now has newfound glory and some beautiful chips.
Yes, sir.
And
safe
so
travels,
we're
by the way.
going to flip around over here.
Yes.
And we're going to show you 2 things that we got going here. Maybe I can reach
stuff. The cord is long. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we've got a lot to talk about, though. Let's see if we can put this right in front of the camera once again here.
So what we're going to do, we need to go to the one camera.
Go to the one cam.
We need to go to the one camera because you can actually see it better. Ooh, we almost lost some chicken strips.
Lost some tenders.
And that would not have been good. So what you're seeing in this area right here, we've got the 3-club mystery bounty tournament coming up. 3-club mystery bounty tournament. That's Celebrity Card Club. That's KoJack's. And that's the River League, all participating in that. We all have 10 flights spread over 2 weeks. The 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th are your first 5 flights. 2 flights on Saturday. Then the 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd are your final 5 flights. Now, there's double bags in there. There's triple bags. There's all kinds of good stuff. But what you're looking for right here is you're looking for this $10,000 bounty. The final 18 players will be fighting for those bounties. There's going to be $500, $1,000. There's going to be all kinds of cool stuff. Also, if you're in the club playing and you played in the tournament, but you did not make day number 3 over here on the 29th, that's the final table. That's when all the players will be coming back and we'll be doing this all again. There's going to be 5 drawings for $1,000 each. That's 5 drawings for $1,000. I mean, it's going to be crazy. So September the 12th, 13th, flights A and B start at 6 p.m. On Saturday the 14th, 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. That's 2 flights. And on the 15th, it starts at 3 p.m. Coming back on the 19th and 20th at 6 p.m. That's Thursday and Friday. Saturday the 21st, 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. And then Sunday, the final flight, Flight J. You're going to want to be part of all these. You're going to want to double bag. Best 2 bags are forward. So you're going to want to double bag and bring those chips in and go bounty hunting. One of those bounties is going to be worth $10,000. And then also, after that, it's time to get excited. The Pump Jack is back in fashion. The Permian Basin Poker Series is coming back to play. And what that means is 10 events spread over 13 days and over 100,000.
Just smiling and looking pretty right here.
Oh, I didn't know. Here, let's put it back on. Let's put it back on both of us. Over $100,000 up for grabs, and it's ready to go.
That's what I'm talking about there. We got a lot of money in the prize pools. We got a lot of prize pools to win, and we've got a huge series coming up in October after this month is over with.
I wish y'all could see. I wish y'all could see what we see. So I'm going to go ahead and, well, we're not going to go any.
No,
we can go ahead and flip. So I want y'all to see. We're just going to take this one camera right here.
Yeah.
What we can see right here. So we've got this double-sided glass, and we've got D sitting out here, and we've got Kelly out here. And hold this. I want to show everybody.
It's too funny here. Yeah, you can barely see as Charlie passes over. We've got a spectator out there. You can see, look, Miss Kelly, right? There's Charlie. There's Charlie. You can see him. Too funny.
You get to see that you guys don't.
That's the view that we've got here. So when I tell you earlier that we had somebody putting their makeup on, that's what we were looking at, a ghostly figure.
A ghostly
applying
figure.
some makeup in the two-way mirror. Basil saying, we got a 1-2 going.
Yes, we do, Basil. Welcome to the chat, baby. Welcome in. Great showing today in the $10,000 free roll.
Congratulations. And that 1-2 game is going to get spicy. Moses asking, what's the buy-in per flight?
So your first buy-in, Moses, is $240.
Second buy-in, half off.
How much is your third buy-in?
Half off.
Fourth buy-in?
Same.
Fifth?
120.
29th?
120.
So, Moses, what we're going with there, it's a $240 entry mystery bounty tournament. Every entry after that is $120.
Yes, sir. Easy money right there. Throw in $240. Your next one is half off, and they stay at that $120 price point for the rest of the flights. Not just between, like, not just day of, but in between days. And that's what I'm talking about there. And now we've got Francisco at the 5-4 in the small blind. Let's see what he chooses to do here.
Moses, you're 100% correct. You're on massive tilt if you're on your 29th buy-in. But man,
I agree.
So let's say let's say you buy in 10 times.
Yeah.
Okay. You buy in once, that's $240. I'm gonna grab my calculator real quick. Oh, not my flashlight. So you buy in once, that's $240. Buy in twice, that's $120. Buy in 3 times, $120. 4 times, $120. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So if you buy in 10 times, you're in the tournament for $1,320.
That ain't too bad.
You pull that bounty for $10,000, you're plus $8,680.
80 something.
Then let's say you win the tournament, you're going to be plus all that money on top of it. If you double bag, there's cash prizes, so it's best 2 bags forward, but if you triple bag, quad bag, even more, there's cash prizes. So it's all the reason in the world to fire those multiple bullets for it.
Here's the thing. Here at KoJack's, we love our players, and we want to give back, and that's exactly why we're doing this. This is for everybody who plays poker, everybody who loves poker. Come out and snag some of those bags. That's what I'm trying to say. Look at this Francisco actually raising it up, 120.
Zeke's got the best hand in poker, but it's not the best hand when you're down to the final 3.
Well, the house hand is probably the best hand at final 3. The old KJ.
Oh, we see Miss D standing in there.
There
goes. You're about to see, probably here in about 10 minutes, Miss Kelly's going to walk up to the screen and you're going to see her legs and she's going to be looking through. Didn't realize you could see her legs right there.
That is too funny.
So KJ is the winner, chicken dinner, and button moved around, and we're already on hand number 55. And as for the stacks of the players, 3 players remain alive in the tournament.
These chips are changing hands pretty quickly, but stack sizes are really not changing that much.
And look at that, 715,000, 530,000, 470,000 chips, but the blinds are at 30,000, 60,000.
Unbelievable.
So Zeke's got, what, 9 big blinds in his hand. Francisco's got 9 times 654. Zeke's got, never mind. I'm so tired right now.
Yeah,
all right, I'll do the math. Let me grab my calculator.
Yeah, it's less than 10 big blinds.
I see why
There
you
you
did
go.
that now.
Well, 10 big blinds is that danger zone. You know, that's shove or fold mode. And so if you're above that, you're usually got a little mobility. If you're below that, yeah, you're going to have to make something happen and quick. Zeke with the K9 suited, though, doesn't hit a pair. He's still counting out chips. It looks like he's going to raise it up, maybe 90, 95,000.
The cards are already in the muck. Yeah, the cards were in the muck before you could set the bet down.
Yep, that's it. That's how that goes.
Oh, so what you see Francisco putting in his pocket right there.
We're doing some more promos.
Yeah, we ran a promo for the tournament players today. And we had 3 different giveaways. We had $25 gift cards to Hop Daddy. We had $25 gift cards to Mickey D's. And then we had 1 free entry and 1 free hour gift cards for players. And man, they like that KoJack, and that KoJack won a bunch today. So we got some happy players walking out of here, not only with the gift cards and the free hours, we got happy players walking out. Scott Armstrong.
Yes, indeed.
I got to tell this story real quick. I feel so bad for poor Scott. So Scott is here just about every day playing some poker. And he hit quads the other day and got his name on a football square. We're running that promotion on the Cowboys games, $250 if your number gets picked if you're here, $100 if you're not here. Well, Scott wins quarter 1. He has, I think, 0-7 or 3-7, something like that, and he wins quarter number 1. He's not here. I circle it up, post it on Facebook. Not even 35 seconds after the quarter's over, here comes Scott walking in. And he looks at me and I said, Scott.
Oh, no.
Scott, you just won the quarter. And he goes, what do I get? And I said, you get $100. He said, but it says $250. I said, that's if you're here, my man.
Oh, seconds.
So he sat down in that chair and his butt didn't move. And he almost won 2 other quarters. He was close.
That's pretty good. That's one red light away from $150 more.
So make sure next week, if you're at Celebrity Card Club, they got some quarters that are worth $500.
Yeah, come out and get it.
KoJack's has some that are worth $400. All 4 quarters, as a matter of fact.
Yep.
Next Cowboys game is going to be worth $400 at KoJack's.
Every one
So
of 'em.
make sure you play cash, you hit quads, you get your name on that board, and you're sitting, you got your butt in the seat playing Sunday, because that is money in the bank, $400 for you. Celebrity Card Club, that's $500. If you're tuned in and you're not playing next week and you're not winning money, that is your fault. That's part of the way that CCC and KoJack's gives back to you. We put money in the bank, shorty what you drink, and you're walking home with it.
That's what I'm trying to say. We want to make KoJack's and CCC the best place to watch the Cowboys games. I think we're on our way to doing it.
Moses, what is your number of buy-ins if you consider yourself on tilt?
What's your max before you tilt?
Mine, I think, is 10.
10 buys.
Well, in this tournament, 10.
10? Yeah. That's
Well, in one flight. Now, 10 buy-ins over the whole tournament, that's no big deal because that's different tournaments each day. You're bagging up. But if you're on your 10th buy-in in one flight, okay, let me rephrase that.
Yeah, I was about to say 3.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5.
I agree with you, Moses. Yeah, 3 is enough for me.
Moses, I love seeing yours and your family's pics on Facebook. Love seeing you guys. Love watching y'all's life on Facebook. That's what I use social media for, is to give love to my friends and family.
Absolutely.
And hit that little love button. Francisco picks up that jack, jumps in the lead. Let's see if Zeke is first to act. If he's gonna, he's got some
Stacking some chips.
He moved him to the other side, and
He
said
bet
check.
60.
Oh, he did bet 60.
Francisco counting out a call.
So at this point right here, do you call like you're chasing?
Oh man, that's a tough position. There are 2 queens on board, but it does go check
But
on the flop.
Two queens says that there's only 2 left in play. What's the chances of him having that?
Yeah, that does eliminate a lot of the combinations of queens. There it is. Francisco lays down the best hand, and Zeke wins with aggression alone.
Oh, I cannot believe he let that go. So did you see that?
Moses saying, we love you guys too. We are here to support the stream. Thank you, Moses. Right here. Yeah, I appreciate all the comments, everybody. Appreciate all the love. Any comment is a great comment, but especially, the ones that say, yeah.
So is anybody tuned in from out of state?
Well, Dew is on his way back. Hey, safe
yeah,
travels.
so he's kind of Oklahoma. So he does count as one out of state. Do we have anybody else that's out of state, out of Texas?
Let us know who's watching, where you're watching from.
Yeah, let us know how far the reach goes. We've got a bunch of people in the chat across all 3 streams, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We are live on them all. Facebook saves the videos, so does YouTube and Twitch. So if you ever want to go back, and man, there's 5-3 in the muck, that breaks my heart. But if you ever want to go back and watch the streams, grade your poker.
Oh yeah.
Maybe if you're playing a tournament and you got Francisco up against you, maybe go back and watch one of the streams that he's in. Learn his moves.
Watch some of the tape.
Learn how the massive beard does it. That's a good beard.
A good beard.
That's a good beard.
I think, you know what? I think I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say Francisco's got the best beard at the table.
Does Zeke have a beard?
He's got a beard, and it is nice. But I think Francisco just looks so clean.
I think he went by the barber, got it straightened.
There we go.
So I went to a barber one time.
One time.
I went to a barber.
One time.
So I'm bald. I have to shave the sides of my head. I got to shave the top of it.
Sure.
But I went to a barber. I was doing some work in Houston, and wow, look at
This
this.
board here, split, chop pot, both players
Does
playing the board.
anybody have the cojones,
This is the shove.
the gonads? Oh, it goes check, check.
That's a shove for me. I'm going all in if I'm playing the board. Whoa, giving away too much information about myself.
But I went to a barber. So the wife and all the ladies that we have in our households, all the spouses, you know, they go get their hair cut. It's 150.
Oh,
200.
yeah.
I made the mistake. Side story. One time I was trying to be nice to Ryan, and I said, "Hey, baby, what are you doing?" This was back during the early dating phases. She said, "Oh, I'm getting my hair cut," and I was like, "Oh, here, let me bring you a coffee."
Oh, yeah.
And so I take her coffee. She said, "I'm getting it cut and colored." This was long before I knew how much a women's haircut color cost.
Hundreds.
And she's at this beautiful salon where the floor has like automatic vacuums and sucks
Okay.
them in.
Okay.
Her feet are up, and she's getting her toes done.
So she
And-
goes to the Jetsons.
Yes, pretty much. And I said, "Hey, let me pay for this." And she goes, "Are you sure?" And I was like, yeah, let me treat you to this. It was $260.
Yikes.
That was the last time I've ever offered to pay for her hair. So back to story number one. I was in Houston, and I was like, "Man, I didn't bring my razor. I got to get my head shaved." So I went in and I asked for a shave. Well, apparently, in guy language in Houston, that means a trim up.
Oh, yeah.
My beard has never been more on point. Every single hair was straightly cut with a straight edge. It was the most perfect thing in the world.
It is wild how skilled they are.
Oh my gosh.
It is wild.
Do you ever think about this? Do you ever get your head shaved or your face shaved?
Nope.
Okay, so every time I go get a straight edge, that young lady pulls out a blade, and my life is literally in her hands.
She one slip.
Yeah, she's sitting here just shaving my jugular vein,
Yeah, you make the
shaving my
wrong
face.
joke.
Yes, I can't tell her that she's got food in her teeth when she's cutting it because she might nick me. But man, that's a good pampering for a guy. You need to go get a shave one
I'll
time.
have to check it out.
I've probably gotten my head shaved probably 200 times.
Oh, yeah.
And I've only been cut one time.
Really?
And it was I went to a barber school because they were
Oh,
offering
right.
free head shaves, and
They're
I was like,
practicing.
man, nothing's better than free 99.
Yeah.
And they nicked me pretty good, and it's on the side of my head where it just does not stop bleeding.
Oh, no.
And so and that young lady felt so bad. "Oh, I'm so sorry." And I kept saying, "Oh, that hurts so bad," and it didn't hurt one
Yeah,
bit.
right.
I had to milk it.
Yeah, because you have to get that head shave for free. Oh, wait, it was already free.
Yes. Put the lotion on the skin. Yes. Yes.
Moses back on lockdown from his wife this time.
Yes. If you cannot tell, we are huge movie buffs. If you
Yes.
put a quote up in the chat, there's a great chance
Oh,
that if
yeah.
it's a well-known movie that between the two of us and the three of us, the brains behind us,
The whole
that
operation,
we're going to
Chris.
know what quote that is. So here we go. Jack 8, King 3. 120,000 chips in the pot. Francisco throws 70,000 more out, and he says, "Give me my 60,000 profit. I'm going to move on up." So let's get a quick. We haven't seen much of the chips move.
Yeah, it's been pretty the same, the stacks at least.
We're already on hand number 66, 67.
What is happening?
And,
We're going so fast.
And now I didn't even realize this. Look at this. Art has a chip lead.
Art is up there, 805. But that's all it takes. One hand, two hands, and you're right on top. And these players
Moving
equally
on up.
matched. Moving on up. These players equally matched in skill, though, and you can really tell because the chips really they're changing hands, but not by too much.
No, they're changing hands. It's just so it's
Wow.
like the blinds. They
Going
move around the
clockwise.
table clockwise, and the chip stacks are kind of following that. It was Francisco. I mean, it was Zeke for a while, moved to Francisco. Now it's over to Art. So if history shows itself, it's coming back to Francisco next.
Yeah, Francisco with the Jack 3 suited. Not a bad hand. It's a small blind.
Out of all the players there, Art looks the most relaxed. Look at
Art
this.
having a good time. He's having the time of his life. He's got $3,160 up top.
He's got no shades on, no hat on.
Yeah.
He's the only player saying, "Hey, read me and try to figure me out."
Right.
Look at this. Pulling in another pot.
Boom. Dragging those chips.
So if you're in the chat and you think you can sneak a quote from a well-known movie, you can't pull out something like from 1936
Yeah.
in black and white,
Those
Charlie
are
Chaplin.
silent anyway.
Yeah.
They don't have quotes.
Oh, touche. But if you can pull out a movie, name this movie. Home is where you make it.
Home is where you make it. Who knows that one?
Do you know that one?
Home is where you make it. No, I know home is where your rump rests. That's from
What is that from?
That's from Lion King. Pumbaa says that one.
Oh, yes, he does.
Home is where you make it. That sounds like a Christmas movie.
You know this.
I'm sure I do. It sounds like a Christmas movie. I don't think it's a Wonderful Life.
No, it's not A Wonderful Life.
No,
It's a comedy.
it is a comedy.
Bobby Boucher says it.
Bobby Boucher says it. I know Bobby Boucher from The Waterboy.
Yeah, is it The Waterboy?
You like to see Homo naked.
That's Joe Dirt. That's Joe Dirt.
It's got to be Joe Dirt. Speaking of the Adam Sandler troupe of movie makers,
I love Adam Sandler
Adam
movies.
Sandler's great.
Moses,
David
did we
Spade is
win?
great.
Did we win with Joe Dirt?
Did we get it? Is it Joe Dirt?
If it's not Joe Dirt, I'm clueless.
We're going back to the drawing board.
Aye!
Yes. We got it. Thanks for joining us for KoJack's movie trivia, everybody. We appreciate it.
Mama said, mama.
Yeah, that foosball is for the devil.
My favorite quote, I can't say it on here, but it's where Bobby Boucher says what Vicky showed him.
Oh, yeah.
Kobe Bryant. Des Bryant. Des Bryant's back in the box. Des Bryant's got that new lipstick on.
That new lipstick looking good.
So here we go. Blinds are 30,000, 60,000. They're about 4 minutes from going up.
I should be going up here pretty soon.
Oh, yeah. I figured out that. Oh, look at
There
this.
it is. Look at this. Diamonds for Francisco, the backdoor flush draw. Zeke's got a pair of 8s and a pair of 3s going on.
But in that case, Francisco also has a pair of 3s.
That's true. You ain't lying.
2 pairs better than 1 pair, but is 3 pair fall anywhere in the spectrum?
3 pair. 3 pair is one of my favorite things to call out as a dealer. But
Yes.
I get hell for it every time.
Everybody looks at you. 3 pair. And while you're pushing the pot over to the 2 pair with the ace.
Yeah.
3 pair is the winner for nothing.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So button moves around. We just surpassed hand number 70.
wow. We are on hand number 70. We're moving up to 70, you know.
So if you're joining us, what you're watching is the 10,000 zero-entry free roll. These 3 players have already secured $1,000 for sure.
At minimum.
Next place out, 1080.
1080 is the next place out. Second place, though, $1,700,
They keep-
$620 ladder.
They keep looking back. I wonder if they just chopped. If they said, hey, let's
They're talking about it.
because they were searching back. I mean, it could be a possibility.
They could be.
I mean, everybody's setting 745, 530, 440. That's not a terrible chop. What is that? $5,940 up top.
Yeah, something like that. Just shy of 6K for the 3 players. If they do chop at this point, 3 players remaining, $1,980 would be the chop, Moses. Yeah, it's actually more than second place, pointed out by our tech guru, Chris, our mathematician.
I was just trying to figure out how you got to 1980 so fast.
And
then I realized your
wizard.
secret. I just realized your secret. I'm over here doing the math on it.
I got a cheat sheet over here.
Yeah, it's the big TV screen in front of you.
You know what?
Jeez.
That did happen one time. One of the players asked for a chop, and Adam Black, one of our maybe smartest players, he just turns around and just fires off the chop before I could even put it up. And he's just like, it's easy. It's easy.
So here we go. Queen 10 versus pocket 6s. We may not even get a chance to chop. Best hand in poker, 5-3, walks out on the board with a queen sister, and that means Art is in the wicked lead. 5-1 to win this hand with a pair of queens.
Francisco does check.
So is Art going to play it slick? Or is he going to play it face up?
Covering his face, not giving anything away. He announces an all-in raise, putting Francisco to the ultimate test. Art risking half of his stack. So Francisco calls.
He's not worried about somebody having 5-3 or 4-6 at this point. He's worrying about somebody having king 10 of clubs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good read right there. Francisco taking his time, making a decision, chewing the gum a little bit.
Look at his shades. You can see the felt in front of him.
Man, that's a cool picture right there, isn't it?
Yes, it is. But you have to take it perfectly where your camera is out of the view.
Yeah, yeah.
But he is sporting burnt orange T-shirt and a Texas hat. So as he's making this decision,
love it.
We're going to go ahead and flip this around.
Love it.
If you're not supporting the Longhorns or the Cowboys,
you got to do it.
I'm sorry to say this, but you're on the wrong team.
Yeah, yeah. Switch teams. Come to the dark.
Oh, hey, Tio, it's right here. So the schedule's up for the Permian Basin Poker Series. The schedule is officially up. It's on Facebook, and it's on Poker Atlas. Both of them are up, and we got to get the...
Is it on our website yet?
Yes. It's on our website also. It's on Poker Atlas and Facebook, and it's ready to go. Starts October the 1st through October the 13th.
Yes,
and
sir.
Also, the Mystery Bounty is up on Facebook and on CCC's Facebook. So if you're ready for some action... Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. Next week, we're doing those mystery bounties, Tio, so check that out. That's going to be a lot of fun. You never know. You knock a player out after we get down to 18 players, you draw a card, and you see how much money you win. Could be 10K. 10K in the mystery bounty pool. We started this today, though, Exactly 2 hours ago. So we started right.
No, we started 8 hours ago.
We started the stream 2 hours ago. My mistake. Yeah.
I was like, we started this 8 hours ago.
Yes.
So I came in to get things going, and Johnny Scarborough was the
Okay.
first one in here. 11:55, he walks in the door.
All right.
And I said, Johnny, you're here. We have one spot left on the football board. If you help me draw this, you get that last spot for your help.
Hey.
7-4 and King 7, no help to anybody. But this is where the chip stack needs to put the pressure. As Matt Damon says in Rounders, once you chop off the first leg, you just lean on them. And look at this. That's exactly what he's doing. That's 15, 20, 40, 80. It's either 80 or 60. I can't see it. And Zeke says, save your bet. Don't even worry about it.
Don't even do it.
Chips are yours.
And there you go. That's all it takes right there. The big stack getting bigger. It was 80,000 was the bet. Now look, Art over 1 million chips. More than half of the chips in play. Unbelievable. We are moving on here. Francisco back down to 320,000. He is the short stack now, so he's going to have to make a move.
Oh, wow. 320,000. He just had 700.
Unreal. That's what one hand does to you. The blinds are so huge. 40K, 80K.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. The ladies have showed up in the building, not just the one dealing, but the two in Zeke's hand.
That's right. Queen of Hearts, love to see it. Queen of Spades. And there's Miss Kelly right there, making an appearance, a cameo, if you will. This is maybe after.
So Francisco asked for a color up just to get rid of some of those barrels of pink.
Yeah, and Francisco, the short stack, though, he's going to have to make a move. This color up may, actually, I hope not, but maybe irrelevant. Zeke with the ladies. He's going to raise it up here. The question is, how much can he raise it to still get a caller? He wants Francisco to call.
And if you're Francisco, you're thinking, is he just playing position? Is he trying to steal my 40,000 that's out there?
Yeah, is he trying to get those fresh black chips? It is possible. Zeke raises to 180. Another 100,000 for Francisco to call.
I wish y'all could see this.
We've got a show
D
going
and
on.
Kelly are boxing out here. I wish they had some gloves. That's what we need to do. We need to put the bad beat bag in the room.
Okay.
Chain it up, boxing bag.
Boxing bag.
If you take a bad beat, you can walk by and knock the snot out of that bag.
Oh, yeah. We need to get one of those, the digital ones where you can
Yes.
see how strong.
So
big was your hit.
3 players left.
And look at this. Whether Francisco calls or not, he's still crippled. Short stack only getting shorter. He's down to 240K. Not looking too good. Zeke more than doubles at 530,000. And then almost a double up above that. Art at 1 million chips.
Makes me.
1
what movie?
million
Oh,
chips.
that's good.
I did that for Halloween one year.
Say it again.
1 million chips. All I wanted was freaking poker players with freaking laser beams attached to their heads. Francisco with the pocket tens. Art with the jack 10 in the big blind here. Francisco's going to have to make a move. I think he's going to shove. Yeah, it looks like he does. All in placard laced right in front of him. Art lets it go immediately. Not looking to get frisky with the jack 10, and Francisco will chip up 120K in the pot.
This is why I'm in the tournament booth, because I'm sitting there thinking jack 10, it's only 200 or 140,000 chips to call. I've got 1 million chips. That's why I'm commentating.
One of the things, you don't want to chip up the strong players. And right now there's only 3 players left, and all 3 of them are really, really strong. You're just giving them more fuel to feed the flame.
And they overcame a field. 41 players have been knocked out of this tournament.
That is crazy. Huge, huge amount of turnout for this. We had excellent qualifiers every Sunday this past month. We're going to be running something special again this month. We got our Mystery Bounty tournament coming up on Thursday of next week. I guess this week, depending on whether or not you think Sunday is
Next week doesn't start until Monday morning
Monday.
hits.
Okay, well, there's Charlie with the calculated answer right
Yes,
there.
next week does not start until you get to sleep.
Okay, well, there you go. Art with the queens, though, he's starting to think about how much he can raise to get Zeke to call. And it looks like it's going to be 125 maybe, somewhere around there. Raised to 180. Zeke looks down at the K tray. He's going to fold. And look at this. The blind is so big, it's a whole barrel thereabouts of pink chips. Unreal. Now, what was the starting stack of this tournament? 20,000 chips, and we're showing off stacks of pinks right there. We started off with 4 pink chips per player. Each of these players remaining now with barrels of pink chips.
Art's got that barrel of black chips. That's 500,000 sitting in the first 20.
Holy.
And you see how he has the top of it moved off just to the left?
Yep, that's counting right there.
That's where the bonus chips are.
The bonus chips.
That's what he can. Look at this. Queen's making their way around the table. Jack's making their way around the table.
Yeah, Zeke in the small blind. Going to put some pressure on here when it folds to him. Art first to act with the Jack Deuce. He gets out of the way. Zeke trying to get a caller out of Francisco.
See, I'm under the impression that at this point in the tournament, you call and let them make the mistake.
That's right.
I like post flop.
Absolutely the way to do it. At this stage of the game, you're not really going to profit on doing things right. You're more so going to profit on the other players making a mistake. And so the more you can coax that out of them, the more profitable you'll be.
So here in about
players are already doing everything right.
About what, 5-6 minutes? We're going to be going on a break.
Yep, thereabouts. Yeah, we'll be going on a break here soon. We may take a break.
It's just a 10-minute break. We'll take a potty break.
Yeah, we'll take a potty break. We'll be back probably less than half of that 10-minute break that we've got going on here. But yeah, some exciting poker action. This is honestly what I live for. A lot of people think poker's kind of slow to watch, and I get it. If you're not familiar with the game, you're just watching a lot of folding happen. But this is chess right now. The Cadillac of poker, no limit hold'em. These players really, really calculating every single decision, and for me, that is exhilarating to watch.
Art pulling in another win, 1,075,000 chips in his stacks, but Francisco has 345,000 chips.
He has chipped up significantly over that 200K he had earlier.
He's got 4 big blinds.
Now he's down to 4 big blinds because the blinds are just the blinds are going crazy right now. What we ought to do is a tournament with exponential blinds. You square the blind, you square the blind, you square the blind.
Blind starts off at 100.
Yeah.
Squared.
Squared 1,000. Squared 10,000.
Oh my gosh.
100,000 rather. Unreal. Yeah, Zeke with the K6 in the big blind. Now, is this a calling hand for you, Charlie? 3 ways?
It's a raising hand at this point.
Okay. I like to hear it. Art.
The king,
Art makes the call.
But I'm not a great player, but it's you put a little bit of pressure if you get it, only if you have a chip stack.
Sure.
You put a little bit of pressure, you min raise it, see if you get a caller. If you get a caller, if you don't hit, you let it go. But you can't give away too many chips at this point.
Right. Zeke was in the position to raise it up, but he elected to just
So let's say if he'd have raised it right there, Art probably wouldn't have called, but let's say he called.
Yep.
Art can't go any further right here.
Yeah.
And now after that, Art, and if you triple barrel it, Art cannot
really
go further.
Can't go. But look at this. Zeke allowing Art to put the pressure on him, and Zeke almost has no choice. Yeah, he's got to fold here.
That was his hand pre-flop, and I don't fault him. Don't think I'm faulting him in any way. Don't think I'm any better than him because I'm saying this, because I'm probably 100% wrong. Because if you pull like Alex Cruz, Johnny Blaze, Mike Moyer, Daryl Hopkins, if you pull him in here, he's going to say that was the. And in that case, I wouldn't even have completed the call. Yeah. If you don't plan on raising, don't complete the call.
That's a good point. That's a good point. And we do have some things in the works. So maybe a couple of pros, maybe popping into the booth a little bit later on in some of our later live streams. We do have a multitude of them going on.
Hey, speaking of live streams, Tuesday night, $10 on the button PLO. We got like 20 people on the list.
What do we got? Joni's game or something?
Yeah, it's Joni's game. Joni Baloney bringing it in 4-card style.
Love that. That was a huge success the first time we did it. Another fantastic success last week, this week. Depending on how you look at Sunday. And look at this, both players with clubs in their hands.
40,000 to make the call.
Zeke piecing it out, puts it in the middle, and then some.
He had to catch up. He only had like 60,000 out there. Had to put the extras. So $160,000 chips in the pot.
Oh.
And look at this.
Oh, there's a
first
5.
to bet is first to win.
Nobody making a pair, only one club out there. These players don't know it, but, well, they both kind of don't want the clubs, really.
Now Zeke is in the lead with a 4.
Zeke is way in the lead.
75,000, I think. Whatever it was, it was good enough.
It was a lot, and now he's got the whole pot headed his way. Boom. And we're moving on. What are we at? Hand number 79. Crazy to think this tournament is moving quick. These blinds increasing like crazy. Got another hand or two left before that break hits.
So I'm putting up how many chips they're up or how many chips they're down since coming to the final table. And this tells you a lot. Look at Art. Art came to the table with around 4. Both him and Francisco came. Francisco came with almost 7.
Yep.
Art came with 400,000. Art's 700,000 chips up. And look at this. He still looks calm, cool, and collective. So if you're in the chat and your team Francisco, make some noise. If your team Art, make some noise. If your team Zeke, Sandoval, make some noise. It's time to give them some good wills.
Yeah, these players really thrive off that psychic energy. If you wish hard enough for them to win, it might just happen. I'm not committing to anything. It might just happen.
Look at that. Barrel, almost a full barrel of chips in there.
Yikes. Yikes. And when we come back from the break that's about to occur, 50K, 100K for the blinds. That is really going to put the pressure on. Even Art with a 1.1 million after this break. Only 10, 11 big blinds.
Francisco's got a playable hand, but I don't know if it's playable at this point right here.
Just not a lot of mobility.
He's on the cutoff.
Yeah.
Pretending we don't know that Art already has pocket 6s.
Right. Yeah. 7-5. You know, I think personally, I'm a big fan of the 7-6 and the 7-5s that when they're suited. Those are really good, strong. Wow, look at this.
I was taking a drink of water and I just saw a barrel of black go out there.
Art putting them all in. And it looks like we got to fold anyway. Lauren's still counting them out. Love that. That is
all bets on the live stream's got to be counted out just to make sure.
Got to be counted.
I whoop. I don't even know what that word is.
I saw it almost come out of your nose right there. Oh, too funny. Yeah.
But I'm a huge fan of those overbets like that.
Those overbets.
Oh, sometimes they get calls.
That aggression is the way to play, especially when you're big stacked and you're up against these shorter stacks here. When you've got the table covered like Art does, absolutely throw out that hunk of black chips right there.
Art's got the table covered times 2.
Yeah, he wow, he really does.
Yes, he really does. I'll show the chips after this hand, but he's got the table covered. I can put it up real fast. He's got the table covered times 2. 550,000 chips in Zeke and Francisco's stack, and well, that was way too fast. Let's stick it up one more time. 1.2 million in Art's stack.
And we're going blind on blind here. 10-8 versus King 5. 10-8, pretty playable hand out of the small blind, even offsuit when you're 3 ways.
Zeke says, no, take my 40,000. You can have it.
He's going to look for a better spot.
Yep.
He's a great player, though.
Hand number 81. Are we going to hit 100?
81.
So we've got about a minute before we go on break.
Yeah, thereabouts, about a minute there. And we will see very soon. This could be the last hand before the break. Looks like a black chip getting away from old Francisco there.
So as a dealer, I'm fond of the way Francisco just did those blinds. 40,000, 80,000. He threw 1 black out there, 3 pink, makes it much quicker.
Easier, yeah.
But if I have the pinks, I'm putting them out there.
Yeah, I put them out there usually. But it is much easier for the dealer to count the smaller number of chips. Zeke, ace 4. Let's see. Is this his spot? No.
He thought about it.
He thought about it. Ace 4 actually a pretty good candidate there. You got the wheel possibilities. You're offsuit, but you do have the ace of spades.
Francisco's living on the edge. He just gives 40,000 chips to Art. Nothing he could do about that. Art's over 1.3 million chips now.
Unreal. So many chips, and the chip leader just keeps leading right now.
Now's the time. He's got 1 leg chopped off of each player.
Yep.
Now's the time. All he's got to do is lean.
Start leaning on him.
What is that shoulder? Shoulder, let you lean, let you lean. Isn't that something?
That is something. I have no idea what it is.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I have no idea, but I like where you're going with it, Charlie. Francisco with the ace.
Oh, look at this. An instant. First ace he saw, he shipped it.
Yep, that's it. That's it. The ace 5.
225,000 chips in the middle for Mr. Francisco. This is his tournament life.
Now, if he does not get a caller, that 120,000 chip in the pot, that is all profit for him because that would be
That's what he's trying for right there.
Small blind.
And look at this. Does he look confident or does he look nervous or does he look fed up?
You can't even tell. That's a pro player right there. You can't even tell. Can't tell the difference.
He's getting a call from Zeke.
Yeah, Zeke with the pocket 7s needs to make a move.
And that's a call right there.
And lucky for Francisco, he does cover Zeke. So Francisco not at risk as of yet. But
He grabbed the
could
chips.
be
That's a
tripping.
call. That's a call.
And here we go. Look at this.
All in for Francisco's tournament live. Flips over ace, 5 offsuit, and Zeke flicks up 77.
He hits the jackpot. Let's see if it can hold.
3 outs.
1 overcard for Francisco.
3 outs is what Francisco's looking for.
He could get the wheel. That could help. But that is slim chance.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
flops a boat. Now he's looking for an ace, and an ace only.
Or another 8. Another 8 would give him quads.
Oh,
and
with an
he'll-
ace kicker.
Ace kicker.
Oh, wow. That would be terrible if it came
That-
8 on the turn, ace on the river.
Oh, come on. Do it
Jack.
to us. Come on, Lauren. Do it to us.
Oh, always in.
It's a 7 instead. What is this? Unbelievable right there. Zeke spikes it.
Oh, so here we go. Hands up. Applaud Mr. Francisco for an amazing tournament. $1,080 headed down to his pocket, probably over to the cash game.
Probably
1-2.
over to the cash game. He is a great cash player. Great guy.
Here we are, heads up, 7 up.
Yes, we are heads up. We're going to have to move the button around. Felipe in the chat. Let's go, my boy.
Yes, there's nothing better than
is
rooting
in it.
on your friends.
Zeke is in it.
And so the rules, you cannot be big blind twice, and so the button has to shift to where the blinds are correct. So the button is going to be the small blind, and the big blind is going to be the first to act.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, kind of a weird. That's the only weird part about tournament play is when you get down from 3 players to 2 players. Well, there goes that.
So you don't see that very often. Lauren went to pitch the first card, and it just fell out of her hands.
What are you?
You got to love it. Got to be the lipstick.
Gotta be the lipstick. Sticky
Gold medals from Felipe over here, rooting on his boy. So as the reshuffle goes along, hey, where'd the chip stacks go?
What are we? There we go.
Okay, you see it right there. 515,000 chips in Zeke stack. Art has 1.2 million.
About 2.5 to 1 here. Unbelievable. But all it takes is one more hand for these players. It could switch on a dime. We've seen that many times already in the past. But it looks like we are going to be seeing those chips change in hands. 2 extremely accomplished players. Zeke with the J7. And Art with the 10-5. 10-5 actually one of my favorite stupid hands because you're drawing for the wheel and you're drawing for Broadway if the flop cooperates with you. And look at this. Speaking of the flop cooperating, King, Jack, Deuce. 2 clubs. Zeke with the pair of jacks, but Art looking for runner, Broadway here. Ooh, and Art lays it down. Excellent play right there. That is what we're talking about. These are very experienced players. They know the spots like the back of their hands. Zeke dragging a pot, 260K headed his way. He's profiting 80,000 as a result. He was ahead. Art sniffed it out, gets out while the getting's good. And just like that, we are on break. Heads up at this final table for the 10K zero entry tournament. Basically a free roll. These players paid nothing to get in for today, and they qualified for $35 a piece. That's what I call a ROI, return on investment right there.
It's a great move, great add-in. And so what we're going to do is we're going to flip it over. We're going to take a quick potty break. You're going to be without us. to the air, and we are heads up. Mr. Francisco walking out in third place, taking home $1,080 for his efforts. But if we can't show you this, but there has been a chop that has been agreed upon. So it was $1,700 for second place, and it was $3,600 or $400, something like that, for first place. Both players have agreed to take an even $2,000, and leave $860 for the winner. So second place is going to be walking out $2,000. First place walking out with $2,860. So we're already right back to action. Hand number 86 is in play. And 200,000, we've got 50,000, 100,000 are your blind levels. And heads up action. And here's one of those hands. First to bet's going to be the first to win. 200,000 chips sitting in the pot. And Zeke bets 100,000. That's one of those spots where, as a chip leader, you might want to look it up. But the chip stacks are pretty close together now. We'll pop them up on the board. Zeke pulls that in. We'll pop up the chip stacks just to see what we have. And there we go. Two players remain. Wow. 995,000 and 795,000 chips.
Keeping it tight.
And that's why. So before that, Zeke just won 100,000 chips profit. So flip it back around. It was pretty even when they agreed upon that chop.
Yeah, and remains pretty even right now. This is going to be tough. We, on that break, got a glimpse into the future. Are we able to watch
I
around?
I didn't look.
I didn't see the stacks, but I do know that they are still playing 15 minutes from now. So, tight game.
I like to see that. But they're also playing for almost $1,000 difference. Each player has been guaranteed $2,000 in their pocket. And one of them is going to be walking out with almost $3,000.
Ooh, now you're talking. And what did they pay again to get in here? $0 today? Unbelievable.
$0.99.
$0.99 for less than the price of a Coca-Cola for a meal at a... Okay, here I come. Woo!
Words said in the poker room that belong in the bedroom.
Whoa.
All right, so here we go. Jack 896, 200,000 chips in the pot. And they're going to see a flop. They're playing. Ladies and gentlemen, they're playing.
We've got a board.
Jack 896. I like this. And it makes it a little bit easier to play when you're guaranteed $2,000.
Yeah. And look at this. Double guttered for Art.
13 outs for Art. Jack's in the lead for Zeke.
There's a 7, pair on the board. No player really representing the 7 as of yet. We're checking to the river. Let's see if the fireworks fly. There's a 6.
Art picks up the check mark.
He gets the pair. He places a bet. It looks like 100,000 to call for Zeke.
I would love to see Zeke say, all in.
1/7 of Zeke's stack here. And that's it. Art chipping up, back over 1 million chips.
1 million.
Every time he says that, he puts his pinky up to his mouth, just like Dr. Evil.
I love it when they laugh at him. They're like, Dr. Evil, that's not a lot
nothing.
of money.
I have $1 million.
I don't. $1 trillion.
Whoa, that's way too much. You overshot it.
Okay, 1 billion.
Whoa, okay, now we take it seriously. Oh, man.
That was such a great series.
My favorite in that movie, actually, is Will Ferrell.
Man. I'm burning.
It smells of almonds.
Okay, so I am a huge Will Ferrell fan.
Yes.
I like to quote Step Brothers all the time.
Classic.
You have to call me Dragon.
You have to. Favorite dinosaur on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Velociraptor.
Wow.
Favorite non? Good housekeeping. Great movie. Just like this, great table, final table.
Yep.
The whole final table, you know, they got knocked out in pairs. 10th and 9th went out.
They actually
8th and 7th,
did, didn't they? They really did.
And then we're down to just a single pair.
1 pair left.
And look at that. Zeke raised, Zeke showed, Art folded.
Unbelievable.
Not in that order. Art folded, then Zeke showed.
Sure. And Zeke repping the Dr. Pepper. I like that product placement. Almost dead center in the in the frame label, facing right towards the camera.
He couldn't have tried to do that better. So this live stream brought to you by Dr. Pepper. 23 flavors of substance. Got the ad feed in there.
Yes, yes, yes. Thanks for sending over those cases, DP. We appreciate it. Old Doc is what I call him.
That so I grew up military bases. We traveled around a lot when we were younger. Are you a soda, Coke, or a Dr. Pepper call?
We call it whoa, wait a second.
Dr. Pepper.
I didn't finish that word. We call it Coke. We just call it Coke. Charlie's losing his mind. Oh, man. Well, you know what? Fun fact, we don't get a whole lot of sleep in this business, and it's really making my tongue go limp. I am not finding the right words at the right time. But no, we
have you ever seen those news bloopers?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have indeed. I used to watch a lot of those. I used to watch them in real time.
Oh, my gosh. So welcome to KoJack's live stream, where you never know what you're going to hear on stream.
Oh, man.
But growing up on the coast, they called it soda or pop.
Okay.
And when we moved here, we heard a lot of people call it Coke.
Right. Everything's a Coke. What kind of Coke do you want?
But my mom has always called it, I'll take a Dr. Pepper.
Oh, really?
Which kind? Dr. Pepper.
Okay. That's that's unusual.
My favorite thing is when somebody says, would you like a tea? Would you like sweet tea? Or they ask you what do you want to drink? Sweet tea? Or tea? Sweet or unsweet?
Right. If you say sweet tea and they say sweet or unsweet, you know you're in the South.
There's no such thing as unsweet tea.
Unsweet, sweet tea.
They make tea and then they sweeten it. So you have two forms. You have tea or you have sweet tea.
Oh, man.
Zeke's got a massive stack of black chips now. And
catching up to old Art.
Yeah, but all of his pink have headed over to Art's stack.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you want to hang on to the black ones. If I know anything about poker, you hold on to the high-value ones.
Oh, hold on. I got to give a hug to Miss D. She's taking off.
That is time for Charlie to give out one of his extra special razzle-dazzle hugs. A warm gentleman. Maybe the kindest heart I've ever run into. A lot of players here at KoJack's, a lot of the people here at KoJack's in general, just really stand-up people. Charlie, absolutely one of them. Good guy to know. That's what that is. GGTK. That's what that is. And here we go. Looks like we're going to be heading to
no.
Wait a second.
Luckily for Zeke, he had nothing there.
Yeah, 6 deuce. Not going to crack the aces this time.
So at that point, would
really
it be better,
chipping up.
tournament-wise, would it be better just to smooth call, think about it for a second, act like you don't really have nothing, make the call right there, and see if Zeke will go out on a limb?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I think, one of the things that I try to implement into my game lately is make the crazy bluffs first.
Winning?
Yeah, that is something I'm struggling with. No lie. No, but make the crazy bluffs
100%,
first.
100% on board with you. When I go to a different card room and I play, I bluff on purpose small amounts to get caught. So I have to show my cards.
Right.
This guy's a donkey.
Yeah.
And then next time I have pocket aces,
do
pocket
the same
kings,
thing.
or 5-3, then I do the same thing.
Yeah, because the problem comes in, you bet big when you have the big hands, and nobody calls you because they believe you because they don't know you. But if you make those big bets frequently enough, people will start calling you lighter.
Yes.
So you want to do it when you don't have the aces.
In a minute, I'll take.
Yeah.
So we're about to embark on some fried Oreos. So here we go. Zeke looks down.
Man,
hand number 92 at pocket sevens. Pocket sevens on hand number 92. 50,000 chips to make this call.
Unbelievable. Zeke way
ahead. That looks like a whole lot more. So he's going to raise it up to 200,000. So he had 50,000 in the pot. He threw 100,000 in there. So min raise would be to 200,000 chips.
And look at this.
Art says all in.
Look at this, Art.
And Zeke says call. Here we go. Here we go.
Wow, the crowd goes wild.
Yes.
This
yes, here we are.
The hand.
This is Zeke's tournament life. If Art hits an ace, he is in it to win it and walking out with $2,800. If not, Zeke is your overwhelming chip leader.
That's right. Yeah, they're going to basically trade stacks at this point.
Yes, Zeke's going to have 1.2 million-ish, 1.3, and Art's going to have 700.
Wow, look at this. The flop of a flop. Queen 5-4, a jack on the turn. What's the river? It's a 3 of diamonds. Zeke holds. There it goes. Look at that.
That's our motion.
That's the motion.
Now
Do it every
everybody,
time.
when they watch that, they're going to see us in the booth doing our little hands. So we're getting an exact count of the chips, so we know exactly how many is going to be shifting from Art's stack over to Zeke's stack. And I'm surprised Felipe hasn't been in the chat saying gold medals, money in the bank. Shorty, what you drank?
Oh, he is watching. There he is, right there, right on cue, Felipe. Let's go.
So
Zeke.
Art may be down, but Art is not out. Let's throw up the chips
Absolutely.
as they're counting that.
Look at this, almost exactly 500,000. Well, actually, yeah, exactly 500,000 in Art's stack. Zeke up to almost 1.3 million.
Almost got him 3-1.
Almost got him 3-1 here. This is exhilarating poker to watch.
So as a poker player, at this point right here, this is a pivotal point for Art. Art's got to say, hey, that was just, bad timing, bad luck.
Yep.
Poker gods didn't like me on that hand right there. But you can't lose your cool. You've got to still
Right.
he's played impecative poker for 8.5 hours now.
Yep.
And you can't let one hand dictate it all.
No, and he is, all the jokes aside, a very experienced player, very level-headed type of guy. And I don't think, is really going to let this get to him because he's got so much riding on it. Now, we do have a chop in play, 2,000 each. They're playing for 860. Whoever wins first place gets the additional 860. And I think that kind of money probably smells pretty good. These
Yeah.
players really looking out to get that
Especially
prize.
when they didn't pay a penny for it.
Oh, yeah. Look at this. Ace, Jack, Jack. Zeke way ahead with the king high. Doesn't know it, obviously. Art, not likely to be holding a jack here, but he does go ahead and
He
bet
pulls out that
anyway.
barrel. Zeke says,
Nope.
not in my house.
Nope. No spank you.
So if you're in the chat, 22 people watching on Facebook right now, more in the other streams. Who are you in it to win it for? Are you Team Art? Are you Team Felipe?
Team Zeke?
I was looking at Felipe. He's rooting for Team Zeke.
I think that's valid. I think Team Felipe is valid. Put an F in the chat for Team Felipe. Put a Z in the chat for Team Zeke. And put an A in the chat for Team Art.
For all the way Art.
We're going A to Z with an F in between. Who's your favorite? Felipe is not on Team Felipe. He's on Team Zeke. I like it. I like
Let's go, my boy.
I
He's
like
in it.
it.
Basil's in the chat. I saw Basil out there watching. Basil, who you cheering for?
Yeah, let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Felipe changes his mind. He's on Team Felipe. I like it. I like it. Our chat pro here gets his own team. And this, look, we're going to a flop. We've got a board. A run out comes. I was hoping it would come out. There it is.
Ooh,
Ace,
that's a tricky one because Art's got second pair and Zeke's got the 10 to the Broadway draw.
Broadway draw and the overcard to Art's pair of queens. Art's going to bet out 100,000. Staying aggressive, trying to win some of those chips back.
And Zeke's saying, which of these 23 flavors should I pick to do on this one?
Yeah, the check flavor, the call flavor, the raise over the top flavor.
The fold flavor?
The fold flavor is in play.
That leaves 19 flavors left.
Yeah, and it looks like one of the flavors is going to be chosen here. It could be the fold flavor.
Usually when players pick up their cards like that, they're going down. Oh, he doesn't want to, though.
Ah, man.
He doesn't want to. He may have made that call early on in the tournament.
Right.
When everybody had 20,000 chips, but he just took a massive chip lead. He's got barrels of black right there, and he does not want to give up the chips.
And he is still in the chip lead even after that fold. A dangerous play to make that call. You get the possibility to eliminate a player, take that extra $860 up top, and at the same time, if you lose, you're really chipping up a very, very good player.
And since we posted the stacks a while ago, Art's already gained 200,000 chips.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah.
I mean, it's just two hands, just like that.
The blinds are 50K, 100K, so 150 in the pot
Art has
before
7 big
anything
blinds.
even happens.
Art has 7 big blinds. Zeke has 11 big blinds. 100K? 700,000?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I'm sorry. My mind is elsewhere right now.
Ace Quisha making its appearance with the final 2 in Zeke's hand, and he's going to be big blind. Art not even going to get him a chance to play it. And he says,
Look at this.
look at Art. I like that. He says, dodged a bullet.
Dodged a bullet indeed. And
Not in my house.
And that's the thing. You just never know what the other player's holding when you're playing heads up. So sometimes making a tight fold like that will actually tilt your opponent more if they're holding something like ace-queen or ace-king. There's my shoes.
That was my shoes. That was 15 minutes ago.
That was 15 minutes ago. That was us walking around, heading back cutting that break short for you watching. Thanks again, everybody, for checking us out. We've actually got a pretty good audience for today. Thanks for checking us out. We appreciate the comments. We're having a great time.
We got full cash tables, both CCC and KoJack's.
Good Lord, we've
got a
some
bunch
full
of cash games
tables.
going. I know KoJack's right now has 3 tables going, 2 full 5 on the buttons, a list for the 4th cash table, and a 1-2 running. And I know Felipe's licking his lips at home, lipping his licks at home, and he's chomping at the bit.
Zeke with the ace-3 chomping at the bit, too.
Heads-up aces are so powerful, and what you see right there is 200,000 going in the pot.
Yeah, normally you'd call that ace rag. This time you call that a monster.
Yep, Queen 4 suited makes the call.
Also a monster. And we're off to the flop.
400,000 chips sitting on the pot. We're just waiting on the graphic to catch up with us.
That goes check on the flop. Zeke continues the aggression. He's going to lead out. It looks like 100,000 to go.
I would love to see a ship all in right here from Art because Zeke cannot call that.
Yeah, Zeke would not be able to call, but tough play for Art to do. When Zeke raises it up, King's absolutely in his range. Jack's absolutely in his range. Both are way ahead of that Queen 4.
And that loss right there of those chips from Art puts him under the 500,000 barrier. So now he's got 4.5 thousand.
We are 3-1 now.
Yep, it's exactly 3-1 plus some. 3.08 to 1.
Exactly close to 3 point.
Beatrice is in the chat now.
Team
What's going
Felipe.
on? You gotta love that. Be on the rail and people are on your team. You gotta love that. That's when you know you got some following.
That's charisma.
This
here we go. This might be
Art's
the
short
final
stacked.
hand.
Art's short stacked and Zeke's got a monster.
Yep, Art's
gonna
first
shove
act,
it in. It's gonna go check. I mean,
all in call. Yeah, Zeke not even a second to
Zeke
think
hadn't
about
even
it.
looked at his hand.
Yeah, he doesn't. He just knows he's calling right there. Kings, the Cowboys for Zeke. Hey, we're gonna have to start spelling his name Zekke.
Zeke. Look at this, getting an exact count. Lauren's going to quickly find out that 450,000 chips are in Art's hand, and the rest of them are in Zeke's hand. And pending some sort of miracle for Art right here, Zeke's going to walk away with $2,860. And Art's not going to walk away sad. He's going to walk away with 2 G's in his pocket.
Come on now. It doesn't get better than that. Sweeten the deal at least a little bit. Sevens versus Kings, huge favorite for Zeke. The overpair versus
Look at
the
that,
underpair.
5-1.
Yeah, it is. Indeed, it is.
This is
Very well could be the last hand. Very likely. I would say 81% chance this is the last hand.
Flop comes out, ace, 4, 8, 2 clubs.
There's a king.
That's the nail in the coffin.
Art
and just like
dead.
that, ladies and gentlemen, Art finishes second place, walks away with $2,000. We're going to flip the screen around every time you take a bite.
Let's do it.
Let's do it to it. We're going to flip the screen around.
We did it.
And this brings us to the end of this. Zeke is your winner of the $10,000 zero entry free roll.
Unbelievable. $0 today, $35 to qualify.
And $2,860 plus his piece of the last longer.
Zeke and Art both beat out triple baggers at the final table.
That shows you how poker play goes. That's insane. Congratulations, Zeke. Felipe, you've been in the chat since the first minute of the live stream.
Yes.
Beatrice, you've been there. Everybody, thanks for coming out tonight. Don't forget, the Permian Basin Poker Series is coming up, but before that, we got something even bigger. The 3-club Mystery Bounty.
Oh, man, that's next week. Thursday is when that starts.
Already.
Flights A through F. Double flights on Saturday, right?
2 o'clock and 7 o'clock.
Now, look out. Look out. Check it out on our website. Check it out on Facebook. Make sure to see what we got going on because it's going to be awesome.
From all of us here at KoJack's, we thank y'all for giving us a chance to do something special. Hope you're enjoying the Cowboys promo because, they are the only team in the NFL that matters.
Yep.
He says, yep.
Yep. I don't know. I got nothing.
I got
Texas
nothing.
now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we out. Thank you for joining in.